tir de tracteur présente les 22, 23 et 24 juillet la plus importante compétition de tir au pays. 7 classes par soir, incluant les Unlimited Mods, Heavy Superstock, Mods, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, Mini Mods, Pro Farm, Semi. Plus de 75 compétiteurs garantis. Billets en vente au expo-agricole.com. Le sport motorisé le plus puissant sur Terre. L'unique présence au Québec cet été du CP Dream de Charles Pelletier. Le Grand National de tir de tracteur. Un rendez-vous à ne pas manquer. National de tir de tracteur présente les 22, 23 et 24 juillet la plus importante compétition de tir au pays. 7 classes par soir, incluant les Unlimited Mods, Heavy Superstock, Mods, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, Mini Mods, Pro Farm, Semi. Plus de 75 compétiteurs garantis. Billets en vente au expo-agricole.com. Le sport motorisé le plus puissant sur Terre. L'unique présence au Québec cet été du CP Dream de Charles Pelletier. Le Grand National de tir de tracteur. Un rendez-vous à ne pas manquer.
A bunch of runner-up finishes this season behind Shane Pecor has been the guy to beat with 6 wins in 8 races at Cornwall this season, so was all smiles in the winner's circle for sure.
Well, and I'll tell you, there was a number of cars that all pulled up next to him and in his pit area. You're not going to get too many nicer guys than Ryan Stabler. Of course, the RSI Industrial Ride. He's the owner-operator of the RSI Industrial Group, which sponsors the heat points for this division and for the Alexandria Hardware Pro Stock. And Ryan actually organized a group for hockey pickup. He got all the modified drivers, sportsman drivers together, and mixed them all together. We had some fun. They invited me as the announcer out, and I tell you, that was a good hour and a half. I played on defense with Joey Lattice there for a while, so the two old men were on defense. I'll tell you though, Mike Stacy can still play hockey. We call him the enforcer, but I'll tell you,
still a hockey player.
He had some silky mitts out there.
All right, so we're going green on the 77E of Ryan Stabler. Final group on the Speedway for time trials. Practice session for the next level improvement sportsman. Race for the Cure series as well. $2,000 on the line. First lap for Ryan Stabler, 15:41. Chip Clark, 15:88. Ferguson, 16:013. We'll see Justin Lancette. Best time, 14:275 for Justin Lancette, currently first. Final time around for these guys. Ryan Stabler remains in second. So no change in the order. We'll see if Lancette is able to do better. No. So 15:275 is the time to beat for the final three drivers. That includes as well the two times series champ and defending champion, the 44 of Jonathan Ferguson. The Splash Drilling F44 will be the last car to enter the Speedway. 21W of Devin Wallace and the 82 of Denny Fogg are also with Ferguson. So 21W of Devin Wallace will be the control car for this final practice time trial session. We go green on Wallace. On va au vert sur le 21 de Devin Wallace, Fogg et Ferguson. We'll see if these drivers are able to beat the time of Lancette. Wallace up to third, 15:504. Denny Fogg to fifth. Ferguson up to third with a 15:424. Final time around for these drivers. Checker flag is out for Wallace, Fogg, and Ferguson. Wallace remains in fourth. Fogg in sixth. Ferguson remains in third. So Justin Lancette will start on the pole in heat number 4. Ryan Stabler, Jonathan Ferguson. Wallace, Chip Clark, Fogg, and Ferguson will be the order for heat number 4.
Well, Malte, that'll do it for the Next Level Home Improvement time trial / hot lap session. As you mentioned, 4 groups in the books, and the 2 pole sitters for all 4 groups are set. We're going to look at Brianna Laddiser, Christian Smoke on the first one, Scott McGill, Luis Paget, and then we're going to look at Thomas Cook, Adam Rosso, Ryan Stabler, and Justin Lancette. And we are set now for mini stock action. The Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell mini stocks. James Clark with the 2X, the 30B of JC Bouchard. Justin Jodouin, last week's feature winner in the 22J. Mark Dagen in the 66, the 2 of Francois Belmer, 23B of Brandon McMillan. And Tyrone Marsh in the 22 TJ. And, well, everybody's all out of shape on that one. That's not the clean start we were looking for. We're looking for a nice clean start at the wired audio zone sign in turn number 4. So Clark, given the warning on the one-way system, that's where we start, and that's where we want to see everyone all lined up together. As Clark and Bouchard bring them around, we're going to try it again at the wired audio zone sign in turn number 4. And we are underway. Clark gets on the loud pedal first, and they bring him down the front stretch through 1 and 2. Jodouin tucked right up into the number 2 spot with the 22J. Now the 2 of Francois Belair picking his way through the field, now sits in the number 3 position. Now Jodouin challenging down the front stretch, goes to the outside. James Clark in the 2X holding on to that bottom groove and the lead. But Jodouin pulls right up alongside. They're going to drag race it down the backstretch. Jodouin pulls by a nose through 3 and 4. And as they get by the flag stand, last week's feature winner, a little touch between the 2 as both skate away from that one. Jodouin now into the lead. Clark in second. As they bring it around by the flag stand this time, they'll be at the halfway point. 3 and 3 to go. First of 2. Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell mini stock heat. Now Jodouin picking up right where he left off last week with the feature win, and now he wants to pick up maximum heat points. They bring it around by the flag stand this time. 2 laps to go in the first of 2. Tracy Wheeler assists to sell mini stock heats. Jodway in the lead. Clark in second. Belair in third with the 2. Now the 22 TJ of Tyler Lamarche picking up some spots. Now sits 4th. Big battle going on for 5th. As the white flag comes out onto the field one more time around for Jodway. Jodway, your leader in the 22J. He's got Clark right there with him. Jodway pulls it out a little bit on the backstretch and opens up a couple of car lengths lead as he brings it through 3 and 4. Past the flag stand. He'll get the checkered flag this time. The 22J of Justin Jodway. James Clark will finish second, and rounding out the top 3 will be the 2 of Cornwall Belair.
So winning heat number 1 in the Tracy Wheeler assist to sell. A good round of applause for the 22J of Justin Jodway. Heat number 2 ready to hit the speedway. One of the veteran runners in the this category, the 3 of Mike Gaucher, will start on the pole. 46, the newcomer here at the speedway. 46 of Aiden Brown, the 1I of Chris James. 42 of Mike Laplante, Marc-André Voyer in the 21, and Thomas McDonald in the 27. 6 laps will be the distance, heat number 2. They'll fire at the wired audio sign, and we go green, oval back. Good start for Mike Gaucher. The newcomer Brown has a quick car as well, challenging the leader for that position with Chris James in the mix with the 1I. Mike Gaucher, le vétéran aux commandes de cette épreuve. Le nouveau venu, Aiden Brown en 2e, Chris James 3e, Voyer en 4e position. Gaucher distance quelque peu les autres pilotes. Mike Gaucher is able to take a little bit of a lead over the 46 of Aiden Brown. Chris James challenging for that second position. Halfway point in this second heat, mi-course. Mike Gaucher, toujours le meneur. Gaucher, toujours rapide lorsqu'il est présent ici du côté de Cornwall. Brown goes a little bit too high, that he loses ground, and Chris James is now in position number 2. Voyer, McDonald and Mike Laplante rounds out the field. 2 laps to go, 2 tours à faire dans cette deuxième qualification. Mike Gaucher qui mène toujours. Le blanc est donné. White flag is out. He will come and get the checker flag at D3 of Mike Gaucher. Chris James in second, 46 of Brown in third, Voyer and McDonald will get the top 5 with Mike Laplante. Rounding out the field. So Mike Gaucher returning to the winner's circle in heat number 2. So good round of applause for D3 of Mike Gaucher. So Patriot sprints on the speedway, Paul. So should be a dandy for these 3 heats.
Qualifying heat race number 1, rolling onto the speedway right now for the Ebernice George Cares Patriot Sprint Tour. Starting on the point tonight, he picked up the win last night at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway, and he is the 5-time series champion. He comes to us out of Brantford, Pennsylvania, in the bundle with Firelog Performance Powder Coating McCourt's Auto Collision. Car number 35, that's the Juice, Jared Zimbardi. Jared Zimbardi, car number 35 to the other side. Out of Cornwall, car number 98P, that's Paul Paconin. Paul Paconin, and car number 98P. Starting in position number 3, his first time ever here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, and he comes to us out of Clay, New York, in the Mucci Motorsports, FK Rod Ends. MEM car number 98, that's the Salt City Outlaw, Joe Trenka. Joe Trenka in car number 98. Starting in position number 4, he comes to us out of St. Matthew, Neighborhood, Quebec. In the 9 Alula on these stations, car number 28, that is Jordan Poirier. Jordan Poirier, car number 28. Starting in position number 5, he comes to us out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania, in the Mach 1 chassis. Foundations 55, Letteridge Pixel. Car number 55, that's Mark Smith. Mark Smith, the car number 55. And starting in position number 6, he comes to us out of Brewerton, New York, in the Pit Stop Convenience Stores, EV Energy, Patriot Tank Glides, 87 Speed X1 Racing Cars, Factory King, car number 87, that's Jason Barney. Jason Barney, car number 87. 6 cars, 8 laps of distance here for qualifying heat race number 1 for the EVR George Series Patriot Sprint Tour here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. So as we alluded to, Jared Zimbardi, who led the last 23 laps last night at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway, looking to continue his winning ways this weekend. As many of you know, this is our second leg of 4 for our Canadian Speed Week. We will be at the Shwekot Speedway Monday and Tuesday evening.
So, Paul, if you can let the fans know, again, you guys have a little bit different starting procedure than what we do.
Sure, absolutely. And so one thing they just did right now, that's what we call a motor clean, is just make sure we give it one good clean, and then after that you'll see our Patriot officials they are set to go. The white flag is out onto the speedway. So we have about a 45-foot box, I believe is going to be measured in length. So the starter of Jared Zimbardi in car number 35, he can fire anywhere inside that white box. Once he fires, the rest of the 5 other cars that are on the speedway can go. Cal Jerstick down there in turn number 4. He's one of the best safety officials in the business. He's down there in turn number 4. He is the one monitoring the racing starts this evening. And so, once again, Jared Zimbardi on the point, Paul Paconin there on the outside, Joe Trenka, Jordan Poirier, Mark Smith, Jason Barty. We're green. So Zimbardi really protecting the bottom, but here comes Paconin there on the top side as Smith gets by Barney, and Smith doesn't look like he's finished. He's moving into position number 4. Zimbardi really hugging the bottom side. He's going to really get out of clean air as Joe Trenka also really trying to find the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll take over position number 2. Mark Smith, one of the Pennsylvania representatives this weekend. He slides into position number 3 as they head into corners 4. As Jared Zimbardi so far so good here on lap number 2. As Jordan Poirier is trying to look for a little bit more momentum as he's trying to find something there on the top side. Gets a lot of speed going to 3 and 4 as Paconin is between Poirier and Jason Barney as Jason Barney really riding that bottom side of the racetrack. So far so good for the 35 of Jared Zimbardi. 4 laps in, 4 laps remain as now Zimbardi tries something there on the top side as he continues to build momentum. But here comes the 98 of Joe Trenka. Trenka really tracking down the tail tank. Trenka who's had an outstanding season with the Patriots here in 2019. Currently rides 2nd in points. Looking for his first podium, though, here in 2019. So Jared Zimbardi really riding the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to find something different. As this is also probably the last time you will see this racetrack until we hit A main time. As he now has got 2 laps to go. As Trenka, who started 3rd, he's now up to 2nd. That's basically going to ensure himself into the redraw, as is the 55 of Mark Smith, as he's ready to hit the white flag. As Zimbardi, so far so good in this heat race, really hugging that bottom side of that racetrack. As he heads into the final set of corners, Jared Zimbardi picks up the heat race win. 2nd will go to the 98 of Joe Trenka, followed by the 55 of Mark Smith, the 28 of Jordan Poirier, the 87 of Jason Barney, and then the 98 of Paul Pekonen. So picking up qualifying heat race at number 1 out of Bradford, Pennsylvania, the Bundle 1 Firelocks Performance Powder Coating McCourt Solid Collision. Car number 35, he continues his winning ways since last night at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. That's the Juice, Jared Zimbardi.
Well, Zimbardi making it look easy, and I think the whole thing right now is throttle control.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, and that's what they obviously him as a crew chief Tony DeFonso. That's something they study constantly, especially a lot of these crew guys. You know, especially the ones that kind of do it more on a little bit of a full-time basis, though, and then some of the others, you know, they're going to look at that and they're going to probably take their notes of what they can find through those 8 laps, and then try to see what they like, what they don't like, and that will obviously set them up through hopefully a good finish for tonight's 25-lap A main. Second heat now making their way out onto the speedway. Driver on the point, he comes to us out of White Lake in the car number 01, that's Kyle Frazier. Kyle Frazier in car number 01. Starting in position number 2, he comes to us out of Harding, Pennsylvania, in the FT Motorsports A1 Racing Engines, FunnyUnity.com, Mechanical Service Company. Vincent Tire, car number 79, that is Jordan Thomas. Jordan Thomas in car number 79. Starting in position number 3, he comes to us out of Wantage, New Jersey. The Dave Frantic All Sales, Escape RB, Rapid Tire, car number 28F. That's No Panic, Davey Frantic. Davey Frantic in car number 28F. Starting in position number 4. The last time we were here, this guy put it in victory lane. He comes to us out of Cornwall, out of St. Matthew, Dable, Quebec, in the Foundation for Stations. Mega Pumping, Industries FM, car number 28 FM. That's Steve Fireball Poirier. Steve Poirier, car number 28 FM. Starting in position number 5, making his 5th ever start with the Patriots here in 2019. He comes to us out of Clay, New York. Just saw his brother finish second in the first heat. That's John Schrenka. John Schrenka, car number 99. And starting in position number 6, longtime veteran of the sport in the performance product coating Bundle 1 Firelocks McCourt's Auto Collision, car number 35X. That's the zapper of Tim Zimbardi. Tim Zimbardi in car number 35X. 6 cars. 8 laps positions here for qualifying heat race at number 2 for the American George Harris Patriots Pit Tour here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. So like I said, Kyle Frazier, he's the one that's setting the pace. And anyone can fire after that. So Cal Jerschnick down there in turn number 4. Byron taking these starts. As Davey Frantic, who starts in that 3rd spot, looking for something there on the top side. Here comes Jordan Thomas on the top, and he'll take over the race lead as they head into quarters 3 and 4. Frantic going to ride the middle side of the racetrack as he takes it off turn number 4, but Kyle Frazier a little more quicker there on the bottom. As now Frantic's going to go to the bottom. Has the preferred racing line right now. Frantic gets a little bit more of a wing speed as they head into quarters 3 and 4. And now here comes Steve Poirier there on the bottom. But Jordan Thomas out that clean air. And he will do so far. Everything looking good for the 79 of Jordan Thomas. Four laps in, 4 to go. Because Jordan Thomas really getting on that clean air. Is Steve Poirier, who's doing everything he can to get by the 01 of Kyle Frazier. It almost makes contact with him. As Poirier will officially get by him, he'll take over position number 3. As Tim Zimbardi overcooks the corner a little bit, and he will take it pit side. 6 laps in, 2 laps remain for the 79 of Jordan Thomas. Not a whole lot of racing going on in this heat race as the white flag is out. It's John Trinka doing everything he can to get around the 01 of Kyle Frazier. As Jordan Thomas picks up the win, followed by the 28F of Davey Franek. Seapoye will come home in third, followed by the 01 of Kyle Frazier, the 99 of John Trinka, and then the 35Z of Tim Zimbardi. So another good job there by Jordan Thomas. Had a kind of a slow start to his night last night at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. He had to start 14th, was able to come home with a 6th place finish. So I think they had a couple kind of a slow start to their weekend, but I think things are really good in their working order. And another fun fact about Jordan Thomas, he's going to have a second car at Ashwegan Speedway. As many of you who follow probably the sprint car world, a guy by the name of Clyde Knipp, a former outlaw competitor from California, Missouri, he will be driving a second Jordan Thomas car tomorrow night at the Ashwegan Speedway. And so, third and final qualifying heat race, now making their way out onto the Speedway, making his first start here in a couple of years here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. That's Scott Burke in the car number 9B. To his outside, out of Vernon, New York, currently 5th in points with the Patriots here in 2019. In the Prestige Pool Spa, PTR Holdings, Richardson Enterprises. Car number 67, he's ready to make a splash here in heat race number 3. That is Pete Richardson. Pete Richardson in car number 67. Starting in position number 3 in car number 76 SD, that is Sean Duran, excuse me, in car number 76 SD. Starting in position number 4, came home with a very fine 4th place finish last night here at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway in the Car Quest Auto Parts. Jones Automotive, car number 11J, that is Chris Jones. Chris Jones at car number 11J. Starting in position number 5, he was one of our fast timers during warm-up sessions, a former modified competitor here at the Brockville and Cornwall Speedways. Out of Bath, Ontario, in the RL Asphalt, car number 16L, that is Roger Levesque. Roger Levesque in car number 16L. 6th and final start, he comes to us out of Watkins, New Jersey, in the Mechanical Service Company, FT Motorsports A1 Racing Engines, car number 79X, that is Brian Zick. Brian Zick in car number 79X. And as we alluded to, this will be the car that Clyde Knipp will be wheeling tomorrow night at the Ashwegan Speedway. Clyde Knipp, one of the crew guys for Paul McMahon on the All-Star Tour, just finished up the Kings Royal and is heading to Ashwegan as we speak. And so a lot of drivers flying in, Christopher Bell, Rico Abreu, Tony Stewart. A lot of heavy hitters. Linton Jeffrey is possibly making an appearance. And so a lot of really good cars from the Midwest making their way into Midwestern Ontario.
Well, another former racer that you mentioned, the 11 of Chris Jones, used to run modified here. Him and his dad in the camper. And that's basically how they used to do it. They'd come across, they'd run Mohawk and Brockville, Cornwall in the same weekend, and just him and Dad on the pit crew. And that's going back a number of years now.
Well, nothing has changed. It's just him and his dad in the pit there.
No, I saw them coming in. It was nice to see him again. Gave him a hello. One of the few that you remember. One of the nice guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was very happy with that 4th place finish. So good start to his weekend. Maybe things can continue. So we'll see how things go in this heat race. Might have to just advance at a position or two to get himself into the redraw. So Scott Burke, Pete Richardson, ready to go. It's a very close battle there off turn number 2. Richardson's going to take the race lead. Here comes Chris Jones there on the bottom of Burke. Richardson, as Chris Jones is able to get by Burke for that 2 spot, he's now going to start tracking down the 67 of Richardson. So Richardson's looking so far so good in this heat race. Lap times in about the 14.9 second bracket. As Richardson now trying to find something there on top. As Brian Zick will also go pit side. 5 laps in, 3 laps to go. Make that 2 now for Pete Richardson. He's ready to take the white flag. As he's really riding that middle groove of the racetrack as Chris Jones still sits there in second. Final set of quarters for the 67 of Pete Richardson. So that will do it for qualifying action here for the Everise Storage Carriers Patriot Sprint Tour. Jared Zimbardi, Jordan Thomas, and Pete Richardson are your 3 heat winners here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. We'll have a 4-lap dash for cash coming up later in the program, as well as our top 8 redraw. We'll do that right here at the front of the flag stand. And then we will go A main racing coming up later in the program. 25 laps, $3,500 on the line. This is for night 2 of our Canadian Speed Week. Sportsman Racing are ready to go back onto the Speedway right now. They will have 4 heat races, I believe, and so we'll turn things back over to you.
Yes, Paul, thanks a lot, and great job with that Patriot Sprint Tour. And again, ladies and gentlemen, just wait, the Dash for Cash coming up later on, as Paul mentioned. And once we get all these 18 cars on the track together, you'll see all kinds of slide jobs and the passing that we know that these sprint cars are going to just love this black track. The Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Division rolling out onto the track. First of 4 qualifying heats. Eight laps will be the distance. Top 3 go to the redraw. Everyone's going to the big dance, 30 cars, so they don't have to run over each other, but of course they're all going to want to get into that redraw. Automatically start in the top 12. So if you're looking for a nice clean start, the wired audio zone coming out of turn number 4, Brianna Laddiser, Christian Smoke will bring them around, and we are going green. First of 4 Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman heats on the track right now. Brianna Laddiser picking up where she left off in the time trials, and here comes Shane Pecor in the 0, right behind in second. Christian Smoke files down into 3rd. He qualified second quickest out of that first group. Now everyone seems to just follow in line down on the bottom. So it's going to be Govro and Bob Ray in 4th and 5th. They're going to have to try to get around Christian Smoke. So those guys are going to have to come off that bottom groove. Pecor, so far the only car to come off that bottom groove, runs the middle of it down the front stretch. And it looks like he goes high on the backstretch as well. Brianna Laddiser hanging on the lead with the 15B. 0. Pecor tucked in second. He's into the redraw. Christian Smoke in the 9 hangs on to that final redraw position out of this first of 4 qualifying heats in the Next Level Home Improvement. Here comes Govro down on the bottom with the 22C. Puts the car up on the infield almost to get by Christian Smoke. Has to back off coming through 3 and 4. But he shows the nose to Smoke, and Smoke's not going to come off that bottom groove this time going through 1 and 2. Now Govro's going to try it again. Not going to be enough this time as Smoke comes up the track and finds something up there. Now Brianna Laddiser way out in front. Shane Pecor all alone by himself in second with the 0. Christian Smoke still trying to hold off the 22C of Cedric Govro. Govro doing a great job of keeping Christian Smoke honest and making him stay down on that bottom groove. The 2 laps to go in the first of 4 qualifying heats in the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Division. Brianna Laddiser, your leader down the backstretch now through 3 and 4. She brings him by the flag stand this time. White flag will fly. Pecor with the 0 all alone in second. Smoke now has got a little bit of breathing room between himself and Cedric Govro. As we mentioned, everyone goes to the big show, but the top 3 go to the redraw. And it's going to be Brianna Laddiser taking the first of 4 heats. 0, Shane Pecor will finish second. And Christian Smoke will round out the top 3, take the final redraw position. Cedric Govro, Bob Ray, 4th and 5th. Jason Rose will finish in the number 6 position. Justin DeRosier and Delbert Legros in that order. Again, everyone makes it to the big dance. Top three going to the redraw as the winner of the first heat. How about a round of applause for the 15B of Brianna Ladisser? Well, Timmy, she qualified quickest out of the first group. Christian Smoke was second. Pecor was third and was able to get around Christian Smoke early on, but after that, there wasn't much passing. I know Goldrow tried a few times, but just couldn't finish it off.
On verra le 0404 of Scott McGill, the 66 of Moïse Patry will start in second. Curtis Caillé in third with the 28 1X of Robert Delarmier. 84 of Tom Mills, the 38J driven by Karen Ferguson. And the 8 of Geneva Sheffield. This is your lineup for heat number 2, deuxième qualification. We go green, on va vert. Great start for Moïse Patry taking the lead over McGill. Good battle for that final redraw spot between Caillé and Robert Delarmier right now. Delarmier has the edge with the 1X. Challenging already Scott McGill for that second position. Moïse Patry seul en tête. Scott McGill deuxième. On se bat toujours pour la troisième et dernière position. Allant à la pige entre Curtis Caillé et Robert Delarmier. Delarmier a l'avantage. Prend la troisième position de façon définitive. Moïse Patry, toujours le meneur dans cette qualification. Robert Delarmier troisième. Curtis Caillé, Jared Herbison, le top 5. Mills et Geneva Sheffield complètent le peloton. Sheffield with the 8 halfway point. Deuxième qualification. Moïse Patry, toujours le meneur. Robert Delarmier qui a trouvé quelque chose à l'extérieur. Vient prendre la deuxième à Scott McGill. Robert Delarmier, one of the only cars to run the middle lane and seems to work for him. Scott McGill. Second position. We'll have to watch the 38 of Jared Herbison trying to gain some ground as well for a better start. AC Field for the 100 lap event later on tonight. We'll have to do une affaire. Moïse Patry Robert Delarmier, Scott McGill se dirige vers la pige. Caillé sont la bataille pour la 4e et 5e position. White flag is out. Le blanc donné pour Moïse Patry. Robert Delarmier, Scott McGill, Curtis Caillé et Jared Herbison, le top 5. Tom Mills, Geneva Sheffield complète le peloton. Checker flag will be out. Le cavalier sera lancé pour le stop de Moïse Patry. Robert Delarmier, Scott McGill. Jared Herbison completes the top 5. Tom Mills 6 and Geneva Sheffield will end in position number 7. Solid run for Moïse Patry. Regular up in Quebec this season. Decided to be a regular as well here at the Speedway. So good round of applause for your heat number 2 winner, Moïse Patry in the 66.
Well, I'll tell you mentioned it, Moïse Patry, a regular runner in Quebec, a regular runner here, but used to run here in the assist to sell mini stocks. And I tell you, since he made that jump to the next level home improvement sportsman division, he's been getting better and better each and every week. Third next level home improvement sportsman heat rolling out onto the field. Two quickest qualifiers of the evening were Thomas Cook in the 35, Adam Rosa on the outside pole. Gabriel Sear in the 94, the 1R Ricky Thompson, Dominic Merkley in the 78D, Terry McClellan in the 64, Alex Gagnon in the 22A and the M70 of Millie Cook. 8 laps will be the distance. Looking for a nice clean start in the wired audio zone. Thomas Cook leads them through. They go down the front stretch, and Adam Rozo wasting no time, diving right down to the bottom to get in front of Sear. Gabriel Sear got there first, but it's Adam Rozo around the outside towards that middle groove. Down the front stretch now. Adam Rozo still hanging on a second. Top 3 go to the redraw. Everyone qualifies. That's where the battle right now is for second. Thomas Cook alone in front, but he's got a great battle going on behind him between the 94 of Gabriel Sear and Adam Rozo. Adam Rozo, another one of those drivers making the jump a couple of years ago, and now all alone at the top of the track. Rozo powers by Sear, and he finds himself looking at the outside of Thomas Cook. Adam Rozo goes up the track, found something up high, and he's going to power around the outside of Thomas Cook. Adam Rozo, one of the few cars to run up on the top side, and it's worked for him. As him and Thomas Cook now side by side as they come into 3, but it's all Adam Rozo coming out of the corner at the halfway point. 4 in, 4 to go. Third of 4, Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Heat. And it's Adam Rozo putting on a show on the top groove, getting it done early on as he now takes over the lead from Thomas Cook with the 35. Here comes Ricky Thompson down to the bottom. The brass horse, number 1R, down to the bottom. He's trying to work past Gabriel Sear. Sear hanging on to that third and final redraw position as they come by the flag stand this time. Rozo will be showing 2 laps to go. Now Rozo still staying up on that top group, pulling away from the rest of the field. Thomas Cook all alone in second with the 35. The battle for the third and final redraw position. So far right now, Gabriel Sear hanging on to that spot. Ricky Thompson trying to find a way around. He's going to try to use the infield if he can as White comes out onto the field. 4 turns to go for Gabriel Sear to hold on to that third and final redraw position. Adam Rozo is going to take the heat win. Thomas Cook will finish second with the 35. It's going to be Gabriel Sear taking the third and final redraw position in the visual vinyl number 94. Ricky Thompson with the brass horse 1R just finishing outside of the redraw. Again, everyone qualifies, top 3 to the redraw. But the man getting it done and winning the third of 3 Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Heats. How about a round of applause for the 3 of Adam Rozo? I'll tell you, Martin, the Next Level Home Improvement boys getting things done. Shane Pecor wins the features, and Adam Rozo wins the heats.
Yeah, he's been one to watch in the last few weeks. He's always a contender. He was a top 5 finisher in our points last season, so he'll be to watch tonight as well.
It's his draws for the feature that separates him from the other top runners. He hasn't been drawing as well. Pecor's been drawing top 6 just about every night.
So, fourth and final heat in the race for the Cure Sportsman Series qualifiers for the sportsmen. We have the 1 of Justin Alancet, 77E of Ryan Stabler, the 44 defending champion in the series, Jonathan Ferguson. Besides him, you'll find the 21 of Devin Wallace, the 4 of Jason Chip Clark will start 5th, 82 of Dennis Ford, and the 08 of Scott Ferguson. Chris Ferguson, and the 08. We go green, on va vert dès le départ, Justin Alancet aux commandes devant Ryan Stabler. La bataille pour la 3e position également entre Ferguson et Willis pour la dernière place à la bise. Final spot for the redraw between Ferguson and Willis, but the battle for the lead as well between Lalancet and Stabler. 2 of our stable runners here at the Speedway. Stabler currently running second in the points behind Shane Pecor. They're not only racing for a good spot in the feature, but they're racing for points in the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Championship as well tonight. But right now, a good battle between Lalancet and Stabler. Stabler has the edge right now, took the lead over Lalancet. Ferguson being a spectator in third, getting closer to Lalancet. These 3 drivers are looking for a spot in the top 12 redraw. Good battle for that fourth position between Willis and the 4 of Jason Clark. Clark shows it out. Willis inside takes that fourth position. Ferguson and Denny Fogg rounds out the field. 5 laps completed. We'll have 2 to go this time around with Stabler. Over that onset and Ferguson. The Clark Willis are your top 5 runners. Right now we'll have 1 lap to go. Dernier tour pour Ryan Stabler qui a bien sorti le drapeau blanc devant celle à l'enceinte des Jonathan Ferguson. Ryan Stabler will get the checker flag. Winner of number 4 is going to be Jason Clark, Devin Wallace, Chris Ferguson, and Denny Fogg rounds out the field. So Stabler, Lalancette, and Ferguson will go to the redraw. Donc Stabler, Lalancette et Ferguson iront à l'appui du top 12 qui déterminera les 12 premiers dans la finale de 100 tours payant 2000 $. Mais là, Ryan Stabler, your heat number 4 winner. Good round of applause for Ryan Stabler.
Well, Ryan Stabler trying to pick up right where he left off last week with the feature win and now a heat win. And, well, it's always good to win RSI Industrial Heat points when you're the guy paying the check at the end of the year.
But knowing Ryan, I'm pretty sure he would be happy to give it out to somebody else. But, yeah, easier to race and easier to win as well. So.
Well, first of 2, Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock Heats roll out onto the field. Kevin Federley in the 57K will lead them out onto the track. Burton Ward on the outside with the 28, the 4 of Rock Obey. Dave the Bulldog Bissonnette with the 47 on the outside of that second row. And Richard Courchain in the 54 rounds out the field. 8 laps will be the distance. Green comes out onto the field. And we are underway, first of 2. Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock Heats, and everybody jockeying for position early on. Ward slips up the track. Federley stays down on the bottom. Here comes the Bulldog. Dives down to the inside through 3 and 4. Can't finish off the pass as Federley closes that door up quickly. And he's going to try it again through 1 and 2. Ward keeps running that top through. The Bulldog down on the bottom. Federley through the middle. And it's the Bulldog will take over the lead as they go through 3 and 4. Dave the Bulldog Bissonnette puts it into the lead on lap number 2. Federley now trying to keep it close. Burton Ward slips up a little bit, and Rock Obey goes right up to the top side of the track, slips back a bunch of positions, and goes right back to the number 5 spot. Now the Bulldog alone in front, starting to pull away from the field. Federley trying to stay ahead of Burton Ward, and the 4 of Rock Obey does a 360 in turn 1. So that'll bring out the caution. Rock Obey goes to the back of the field. Everyone sets up, and we'll go back to 2x2. White flag comes out. We'll set them around one more time. Look for a nice clean start coming out of turn number 4 at the wired audio zone. So they bunch it up, and as they come out of turn number 4, they get on it together. And it's a drag race down the front stretch. The Bulldog and Federley pick up that battle. Federley on the top side. The Bulldog found something down at the bottom and takes it back into the lead. Federley trying to work the outside. Burton Ward down to the bottom with the 28, trying to keep it close to that battle for second. And the Bulldog right up through the middle, finds something there and starts to pull away down the backstretch from the rest of the field. Federley on the high side found something as well. He's pulling away from Burton Ward, but Ward comes right back down to the bottom through 3 and 4. He's going to make a battle out of it with 2 laps to go. Dave the Bulldog Bissonnette alone in front. Rocco Bay having some problems at the back of the field with that number 4 Husqvarna ride as White comes out onto the field. Ward in the number 2 spot, drives down to the inside. Courchain now is battling with Federley as Aubin takes the car pit side. It's going to be the Bulldog coming out of 3 and 4. He's going to take the heat win. Burton Ward alone in second, and the battle for third. It's going to be Courchain at the line with the 54, just ahead of Federley with the 57. So the Bulldogs will take the the first heat of 2 heats. And bring it down to the flag stand, get the checkered flag photo. How about a round of applause for Dave the Bulldog Bissonnette? And here with the call of the second Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock Heat is Martin Boulanger.
Thanks, Huey. Final heat of the evening. Dernière qualification de la soirée. Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock. 1A, 11A of Dave Seguin will start on the pole. Missing the 11 of Steve Brady. 6 of Stéphane Lebrun will start in position, and number 3, 8 of Marc Lalonde, and 9 of Éric Jean-Louis. Completes the field. These drivers will have a special race next week. We see the pink on the 11A of Dave Seguin. Sisters for a Cure 50 next week. Expecting a good field of cars. 50 laps. 1,000 to win 4D Pro Stocks. Will be a fundraiser as well for Dave Seguin's daughters. So, green flag is out. Le vert est donné dans cette dernière qualification de la soirée. Stéphane Lebrun aux commandes. Stéphane Lebrun leads the way. Dave Seguin in the second. Marc Lalonde third. Éric Jean-Louis in fourth. Lebrun, a lot of experience on these types of speedway, as many of these drivers were at Lebanon Valley yesterday for the Dirt Car Pro Stock Series. Seguin finished in the position at 13 last night at Lebanon Valley, make the haul back to Cornwall to race here tonight. Marc Lalonde was there as well. Heated battle for the lead between Lebrun, Seguin, and Lalonde. Éric Jean-Louis loops in turn number 3. Yellow flag is out. 3 laps completed. We'll have 5 laps to go, and then the Patriot Sprints will be back for their dash for cash. White flag will be displayed. Le blanc sera donné pour dernière qualification Pro Stock, last qualifier for the Pro Stock. Stéphane Lebrun is your race leader in front of Dave Seguin. As I was mentioning, 50 laps next week for the Pro Stocks. Expecting a few invaders from the New York area as well from the Quebec area to join the field. Should have a good quality field next week. We're back to green. On est de retour au vert. Side by side between Séguin and Lebrun. They touch in the backstretch. No harm, but Stéphane Lebrun is your race leader. Séguin went a little bit too high, loses ground. Séguin still in second with Marc Lalonde in the third. Jean-Louis rounds out the field. Comme une complete lap number 5, 5 tours de compléter. Stéphane Lebrun mène toujours devant Dave Séguin, Marc Lalonde et Éric Jean-Louis. Lebrun has a good distance over the field. Battle is shaping up for that position in number 2. 2 laps to go, 2 tours à faire. Side by side between Marc Lalonde and Dave Séguin. Séguin is able to keep that second spot, making the outside lane work for him. White flag is out for Lebrun. Séguin second, Marc Lalonde and Éric Jean-Louis. Final time around for these drivers. Checker flag is out. Le quadrillé donné. Stéphane Lebrun wins in front of Dave Séguin, Marc Lalonde and Éric Jean-Louis. Stéphane Lebrun continues his solid season here at the Speedway. Came in tonight leading the points, and he collects another 5 points in the RSI Pro Stocks. So good round of applause. 46 of Stéphane Lebrun. All right, let's switch it back to Sprint Tour.
Thank you once again. As the drivers that you are seeing right now on the racing surface, these are the drivers that finish just on the outside of the our top 8 rejars. We'll have our top 8 rejars here at the flagship at the conclusion of this dash. And so these will just allow these drivers to get an extra 4 laps of seat time on this racetrack before they make their final adjustments prior to our 25-lap A main this evening at the Cornwall Speedway. So the starting lineup for tonight's Brownell's Rod Shop Dash for Cash, brought to you by Brownell's Rod Shop in Franklin, Pennsylvania, a proud sponsor of our Dash program here in 2019. A full point fund has been distributed that will be awarded here at the 2019 banquet at Vernon Downs in late November. So starting on the point tonight is the car number 9B, that's Scott Burke. Scott Burke in car number 9B to his outside. Out of St. Matthew's Day Boy Colback in the Foundation for Stations, car number 28, that is Jordan Poirier. Jordan Poirier in car number 28, starting in position at number 3. In car number 76 SD, that is Sean Durant. Sean Durant in car number 76 SD to his outside. Out of Brewerton, New York, the Patriot Tank Logs, X1 Racing Cars, 87 Speed, Factory Cane, car number 87, that is Jason Barty. Jason Barty in car number 87. Starting in position number 5 out of White Lake, Ontario, and car number 01, that's Kyle Frazier. Kyle Frazier, car number 01, to his outside. And car number 99, that is John Trinka. John Trinka making his dash for the second consecutive night.
You know what, Paul? I'm beginning to think that that's Jordan's favorite part of the race right there.
Probably right there. Why not?
I get to stomp on it for no reason at all? Okay.
Ready to go off corner number 4. We're green. As Poirier hits the loud pedal there on the outside as Burke gets a little bit sideways, and look at John Trinka continue to make some noise as he progresses through the field. Jordan Poirier really finding that racing line so far. And Jordan really seems like he... and so Jordan Poirier looking so far so good here. Ready to take the white flag as Jason Barty still sits there in third, but here comes John Treka. As he's ready to go on the white flag as John Treka looking for something there on the bottom, just not going to do it. Checkered flag is waving as Jordan Poirier picks up tonight's dash win. Jason Barney comes over in second, followed by John Treka. The 99 of John Treka, the 01 of Kyle Frazier, the 9B of Scott Burke, and the 76 SD of Sean Durant. So we'll grab a quick word down there with Jordan Poirier, and then we will move into our top 8 redrawers here at the flag stand.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Paul's going to head trackside and do a victory interview with Jordan Poirier, but for those of you listening, that was 4 laps for Jordan Poirier in a minute flat on a slick track. So Martin, this young gentleman, definitely no stranger to the Cornwall Motor Speedway, getting it done. We saw him do it with the mini sprints. Gets his first victory here in a mini sprint, his first race in a 360 sprint, and now wins a dash for cash, 4 laps in a minute flat.
Yeah, he's been doing really good with these guys in the last, I would say, the last year or so. So it's been really a strong run for this young man. He's really coming forward with the 360 sprints as well.
Well, with that being said, Paul's making his way trackside. We got to get him through the gate there so that he can, if Jason or Paul want to help Paul through the gate. Oh, there we go. You're good, Paul? Oh, Paul Harkenrider making his way to the victory circle. He'll be doing a quick interview with Jordan Poirier, and as we mentioned it, Martin, we'll send it down to Paul.
Thank you once again, guys. That's the one thing that I will have struggles with. I think we're going to do all right. Race fans, let's hear it for Jordan Poirier, tonight's dash winner. Jordan, congratulations on tonight's dash win. Pretty good weekend so far there for this 28 team. You finished third last night. You start ninth tonight, though, but you really seemed like you were able to find something there on the top side to part of the middle part of the racetrack. What did you think of this racetrack with 4 extra laps prior to tonight's A-Maid?
Yeah, I think it's a really good thing that we were in the dash tonight. We catch a bit of setup, I think, right there. It's good. It's just a bad redraw for starting spot in the feature, so starting tonight will be a good spot. We'll try to do the 8 spot better in the feature.
All right, nice shot tonight.
Thank you.
Jordan Poirier, keep in mind he picked up a win with the Empire Super Sprints a couple years ago, and so he was a podium finisher a couple seasons ago under the PST banner. But many stocks are about to make their way out onto the Speedway. We'll send things back upstairs.
Well, Martin, dashes for cash, they're 4 laps, and that's exactly it. It's a very quick dash. And like I said, times are up a bit this evening because, of course, the track is dry and slick. Now, we've seen these guys turn mid-11s with a nice, heavy, quick track or a tacky track. But Jordan just put down 4 laps in a minute even. I was watching the race monitor, and 1 minute even he crossed the checkered line.
The track record is owned by the 35 of Jared Zimbardi, a 10.9 seconds in a sprint 360 around the speedway. So yes, when the track is tacky, they can go really quick around the speedway. So.
Well, I've seen them get their foot on the gas pedal and leave it on and not lift all the way around when they're time trialing. Of course, they get a nice track, but the track record, I believe, is a 9.89. That's a 4:10 sprint. That was the World of Outlaws when they were here a number of years ago. But yeah, the Patriot Sprint Tour, these guys put down some pretty good laps, like you said, at 10:08.9.
So we're going feature time, première finale de la soirée, as you see the 28 of Jordan Poirier making a return to the pit area. First of 4 features tonight, 15 laps will be the distance, 15 tours la distance. Tracy Wheeler assists to sell a mini stock. The drivers are currently lining up, as you can see. Sur la pause grille présentement, les pilotes sont en train de se préparer pour leur finale. Doiron currently doing our race director currently giving out some instructions to the pit area. We'll send the mini stocks for their 15 laps feature. So current points leader Saint-Jourdain will start on the pole looking for win number 4. Marc Desnet currently second in points. He'll start way back in the field, but right now, Mike Gaucher is the dancing partner of Saint-Jourdain. James Clark will start in the second position. Chris James, 4th. The 2 of François Belair, 46 of Aidan Brown, 22 TJ Tyler Lamarche, 21 of Marc-André Voyer, 30 of J.C. Bouchard, Thomas McDonald in the 27, 66 of Marc Desnet, 42M of Mike Laplante, and the 23D of Sean Duval rounds out the field. All 13 cars answered the call for this 15-lap event. And we go green all over. Right off the start, Justin Jourdain to the lead. 5 cars doing battle for that coveted first position. Mike Gaucher in the second. Aidan Brown in third. First timer here this season. It's been quick all night long. Was challenging for the lead in his yellow flag. That's for the 2 of James Clark and the 27 Thomas McDonald also dropping. A lot of drivers during that caution. Plusieurs pilotes qui se sont arrêtés durant cette neutralisation des enjeux pour le 2 de François Belair. Sans avoir la suspension arrière, sans avoir certains problèmes. On va continuer quand même la course. The points, the leader and the race leader, Jourdain having issues with his machine. Stopped in the front stretch here. Will need a push.
Well, if he can't get it going, Martin, that'll really mix things up at the top of the leaderboard. Justin Jourdain coming into this evening in the lead with 417. Marc Desnet with the 66. He was in second with 370. But Jourdain won his maximum amount of heat points, so that helped him out a little bit, but he definitely wants to try and get this thing fired back up and try to get some points right now in this heat.
Car of Jourdain doesn't seem to fire, so he'll head to the pits.
If I go choose a lane, Mike, bottom or top?
As you were mentioning, Yui, that will mix up the points for sure with Marc Dagenet looking to gain some ground on the 22. Baudouin has a stellar year so far, 3 wins. Been quick every evening here. We'll have to watch the 46 of 8th round. First time here this season, but already a strong contender for the win. Driving in second with the veteran Mike Gaucher. We're going back to green de retour vert. Side by side for the lead, and Mike Gaucher taking it by about half a car, going back, back to the speedway in the 22 heat race. And a 22 of Tyler Lamarche having some seems to be caution is back. Lap number 4, 11 laps to go. 4 tours de compléter dans cette finale, 11 tours à faire. Mike Gaucher toujours le meneur. Mike Gaucher still your race leader. Not the night for Tyler Lamarche. Currently sits in 7th for the points, battling for the Rookie of the Year. Currently 3rd in that championship behind Thomas McDonald and James Clark. A lot of rookies this season in the mini stock division, which is a good thing. Many newcomers are joining the group. Plusieurs nouveaux venus dans cette catégorie. Soirée oubliée pour le 22 TG de Tyler Lamarche qui beaucoup de dommages. On a vu à la roue avant droite sans avoir problème avec la suspension, donc devra retourner au puits. With Lamarche heading to the pits, we'll show the white flag to the field. We'll be ready to go back racing. White flag was displayed. We'll be ready to go back racing. Mike Gaucher looking for win number 1 in this season. Long as they round. We're going back to green on the retour vert. Mike Gaucher to the lead. Brown, James, Juillet, et Belair. Top 5. Gaucher having a strong run. Not a regular this season, but looking to make some noise tonight. Leads the way in front of Aidan Brown and Chris Dane. battling for that second position. Juillet goes a little bit high, loses a lot of ground. He was in the top 5, side by side between them. There, number 2, and James Clark goes to position number 4. Chris James looking to dive under the 46 of Brown, takes on second. Halfway point, Mike still your race leader.
Al Gaucher stretching out that lead over the rest of the field. Great battle going on for second between Chris James and newcomer Hayden Brown with the 46. As we've got a car looping it around in turn number 1, that'll bring out the yellow. So caution comes out onto the field. That's going to slow things down and bunch him up. Now the one eye of Chris James will be right up beside Mike Gaucher. These guys are no strangers. They've raced side by side for many years now in this Tracy Wheeler Assist to Sell mini stock division. Last year's defending champion in the one eye, Mike Gaucher, won a track championship here as well in the mini stock division a number of years ago. So just past the halfway point, and coming up very shortly, we'll be doing the redraw for the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman Division, the top 12 for the second leg of the Race for the Cure series. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, keep buying those 50-50 tickets. This evening's portion goes back into the Race for the Cure fund. So the part that the track would normally keep goes into the Race for the Cure fund. Get those 50-50 tickets and keep on buying them. And we are set to go green again as Gaucher and James bring them by the wired audio zone sign. Now Gaucher down on the bottom with the number 3, pulls back into the lead. Chris James decides that it's better to tuck in behind second than to try to race for first and give away second, as Hayden Brown's had a strong car all evening long with the 46. There goes Clark on the outside. He's battling for 4th with Brown. Al Gaucher continues to lead, puts another lap in the books. Brings us to lap 11. 4 more to go. Al Gaucher still in the lead. Chris James trying to keep it close in second with the one eye. 46 of Hayden Brown hanging on the 3rd, but it's Clark on the outside with the 2X. He's battling. He wants that 3rd spot. Just can't get by the 46 of Brown, who's had a strong car all evening long. This time by the flag stand, the 3 of Gaucher will be shown 2 more laps to go. Here in this first feature of the evening here in this Green Check John Deere sponsored evening. As we've got a car in turn number 4 into the wall, and coming together the 23D of Sean Duvall with a flat tire. He's being told on the one-way to take a pit side. Mike LaPlante with the 42 having problems and missing turn number 4. So we'll bunch them up again. 2 more laps to go. And again, we'll be going to a brief intermission after this where we will take care of the top 12 redraw for the Race for the Cure. Leg number 2. Martin Belanger will be down trackside doing the redraw. Of course, Jen will be with him as well, making sure that everything is kept in order. If Martin gets out of line, Jen gets violent, and then everything gets straightened out. And green comes out as they roll through the wired audio zone. Signed, and it's Gaucher continuing the lead. Chris James tucked in second. Hayden Brown trying to find a way around the one eye of Chris James, and I think he's done it as he dives down to the inside. James is going to try to work that middle groove, but it's Hayden Brown taking over second with the 46. White flag on the field. One more time around for Gaucher. Here comes James down at the bottom as Brown goes up to the top of the track. And Gaucher coming around. He'll get the checkered flag. Takes the first feature of the evening. Then it's the 1I of Chris James and the 2X of James Clark, rounding out in the number 3 position. While the Assista Cell Mini Stocks showing us how to get it done and putting the first feature of the evening in the books here in this Green Tech John Deere sponsored evening. Martin Belanger is going to be heading trackside. He'll be interviewing Mike Gaucher, the winner of the Assista Cell Mini Stock feature. And Callum Pegg will be heading trackside to make the trophy presentation on behalf of our sponsor this evening, Green Tech John Deere. Well, as Mike Gaucher makes his way to Victory Circle, we're going to set it down to Martin Belanger.
Thanks, Huey. Yes, a first feature for him this season, a veteran driver in this division. Back to the winner's circle. As we see all the sprint car drivers behind me as well are getting ready for their redraw. He's removing his protection gear right now, and he'll step out of the car. And he's out of the car, D3 of Mike Gaucher. Mike, congratulations, back at it this season and back in the winner's circle. You've been running with these guys for a long time, and how does it feel to be back in the winner's circle here at Cornwall?
Feels good. Blown like 5 motors in the last year and a half. So we're due.
Hopefully this engine will be able to last until the end of the season. Anyone you would like to thank? And you seem to have a big crew with you tonight and a lot of sponsors on your car.
I thank the owner, pit crew, everybody cheers for me, all the fans. Thanks for showing up.
All right, so congratulations on your win, and hopefully you'll get more in the coming season. So good round of applause for the three of Mike Gaucher. I'll give back the mic to Paul as he's ready to do the redraw for the Patriot Sprints.
Thank you once again. Make our way back here on the other side of the flag stand. The drivers that you see right in front of you is right here at the bottom of the flag stand. These are the drivers that made our top 8 into our redraw via our passing point system during our qualifying heat. So first driver up, Mr. Jordan Thomas on this side here. Jordan, first time ever here at Cornwall Speedway. You were obviously able to get out front, and obviously a much better start here tonight compared to obviously last night though. But the car looked like it was pretty good though last night. Looks like everything's going good so far tonight.
Yeah, last night we got off to a slow start and finally figured it out come feature time, but the track kind of took rubber and ruined a lot of the passing, and I think we could have went forward a little more. And same a little bit here tonight. Even in that heat, I felt terrible, and you know, it's just going to be where you start.
All right, we'll see where the 79 of Jordan Thomas will start. Driver out of Harding, Pennsylvania. And he draws the number 1. Number 1 for car number 79 of Jordan Thomas. Up next, Pete Richardson. Pete, also your first time ever here. And what do you think of that racetrack so far? What you seem like you were able to get out clean air, you were able to hit your marks, and you were at a really, really nice heat race.
It's a pretty nice facility. I think we'll have fun. It's pretty slick, so hopefully we can draw 2 since the one's already gone.
All right, we'll see where the Pete Richardson will start. Number 1 has already been taken from Jordan Thomas. And he draws. Number 3. Number 3, so not bad for the 60.
Sur le 363.tv, la capsule à toute vitesse avec Martin Bélanger. Salut Martin!
Salut!
Une belle semaine encore une fois. Il a fait chaud, un peu trop à des places. Ça, on va en parler un petit peu plus tard. Oui. Et ce soir, soirée Patriots Sprint Car ici au Cornwall Motor Speedway. Belle soirée en vue.
Oui, belle soirée. Ce soir, les Patriots Sprint sont ici. Il y a plusieurs gros des pilotes de talent. Les 2 poiriers sont ici. Mark Smith, Davey Franek, Jason Barney qui font partie du groupe ce soir. Ça devrait être très bon. Il y a un Santos Sportman également, la deuxième manche de la série Race for the Cure. C'est un sujet que je vais vouloir t'amener plus tard dans l'année. Steve, je sais qu'on a parlé un petit peu la semaine passée, mais un petit peu déçu du car count. Il y a quand même 30 voitures, mais avec la bourse, tout ça qu'on donne pour cette série-là, je m'aurais attendu à ce qu'il y ait peut-être 40-45 sportmen, mais somme toute 30 des meilleurs pilotes du coin qui sont ici. Ça va être un bon spectacle.
On a des beaux sujets qui vont venir dans les prochaines semaines qui vont venir. Martin, avant qu'on entame les prochains sujets, moi, je voudrais parler de Claude Brouillard qui a signé une victoire hier. Ça fait 42 ans que Claude Brouillard aux courses. Il a signé une très belle victoire à l'Autodrome Drummond. Ce gars-là a connu une fin de semaine vraiment là, à la hauteur de Claude Brouillard qu'on peut connaître. Vendredi, il y a eu 2 finales de Rome Grimby. Il a fini la première finale en 4e position. Il était 3e, il est tombé 4e. Et dans la deuxième finale, a battu le One pour la 2e place. Et hier, Drummond qui a remporté la victoire. Claude Brouillard était en feu en fin de semaine. Claude était aimé de tout le monde, les spectateurs. Le monde était debout, autant à Grimby que du côté de Drummond. Fait que mon clin d'œil était à Claude Brouillard. Je vais le féliciter pour sa victoire. Puis Claude, t'as pas le choix, la pression est sur ton bord maintenant, fait que faut que tu continues comme ça chaque semaine. Martin, on va commencer à parler un petit peu des conditions de piste. C'est quelque chose que tu avais envie de jaser un peu là, avec nous.
Oui, ben écoute, c'est quelque chose, un sujet même qu'on jase hors d'onde un petit peu, là, les pistes. Là, j'ai vu plusieurs commentaires passer cette semaine, notamment ici à Cornwall avec les conditions de piste. La piste, là, on mange de la poussière en ce moment par les sprints, mais les pistes glissantes, puis pistes pas trop collantes, tout ça. Moi, personnellement, j'aime mieux ce qu'on voit en ce moment parce que moi, voir des finales que les gars se démolissent, la piste, démolir les voitures, qu'il n'y a pas assez de voitures à la fin d'une soirée, j'aime mieux voir deux gars, 2-3 pilotes se battre pour être capable de se battre sur des mêmes conditions de piste. Mais là, jusqu'ici, les dernières semaines, c'est ça, les gens se sont plaints que la piste n'est pas assez collante, tout ça. Moi, c'est ça, comme je te dis, une piste collante, j'aime moins ça. C'est sûr que c'est spectaculaire parce que, tu sais, les gars sont au fond, les sons du moteur, tout ça. Mais une piste glissante comme les dernières semaines, que c'est lisse partout, c'est une piste de pilote, puis on voit vraiment le talent des pilotes qui ressort. Là.
Tu sais, je suis pas d'accord avec toi, hein?
Je sais que t'es pas d'accord avec moi.
Moi, Martin, une piste où les gars sont pas capables de peser sur le gaz, je suis pas capable. Je le sais que c'est pas évident, mais on dirait que c'est dur d'avoir l'entre-deux. Tu sais, je comprends les pilotes, des fois, d'aimer une piste plus sèche parce que ça endommage moins les voitures. Ça, je suis d'accord avec ça. Mais il faut quand même un petit peu, tu sais... on mentionne souvent des fois en blague que des courses d'asphalte, ça magane un show un peu, tu sais, sans rien enlever aux gens d'asphalte. C'est un sport, ça asphalte comme ça. Mais nous, la Taille-Battue, on a toujours des fois dit, nous, il y a de l'action. Mais là, si on commence à avoir des pistes qui ressemblent un peu à des pistes d'asphalte, mais là, il faut que les gens s'arrêtent des voitures pour les asphaltes là, à ce moment-là. Mais une piste de course, au moins deux chemins, tu sais, un petit peu plus collant. Je demande pas là, que c'est nayé à mort là, sur la piste, puis que oui, il y a des trous et tout ça, je comprends ça. Mais on a vu que les posters qui avaient une couple de semaines, c'était à peine s'ils pouvaient être chaud au gaz et modifier la même chose. C'est moins le fun.
Non, ça, je suis d'accord. C'est de doser la quantité d'eau qu'ils mettent. Comme là, ce soir, là, j'ai vu des commentaires justement sur les réseaux sociaux là, que les gens espèrent que ça soit collant pour les sprints, tout ça. Là, il fait tellement chaud, cette semaine, en fin de semaine, il a fait tellement chaud. Il y a du vent aussi. Puis là, pas que je défends non plus, mais c'est difficile pour les promoteurs, ceux qui préparent la piste, les préparateurs de piste, de faire une piste qui va être pas glissante, mais plutôt collante. Donc, ça va être difficile, mais je suis d'accord avec toi que là 2 semaines, le spectacle en a souffert parce que la piste était vraiment trop glissante.
Mais c'est pas juste ici.
Non, je sais que c'est pas juste ici. Puis lundi soir, moi j'étais du côté de Mohawk, la série Dirt Car 358, puis c'était le nuage de poussière. Ils ont mis de l'eau, puis le nuage de poussière, quand ils ont parti, tu voyais même plus les estrades tellement qu'il y avait de la poussière, donc c'est partout. Fait que c'est difficile, vraiment difficile pour les pistes d'aller chercher les conditions parfaites, ouais.
Parce que ce qui va en souffrir à un moment donné, puis c'est là qu'il va falloir faire des choix peut-être sur l'heure, de mettre les heures peut-être plus tard, mettre moins de classes pour finir quand même bonne heure. C'est quand même pas facile ces casse-têtes-là. Parce que tantôt, c'est les spectateurs qui vont à un moment donné qui vont... Il ne faut pas qu'ils abandonnent le sport à cause de ces détails-là. Fait que c'est important. Peut-être que j'étais un gars de la vieille école, mais à la vieille école des autodromes, c'était plein à mort, oui, les coups, tout ça, mais... les gens payent pour voir un spectacle, veulent du spectacle. Mais je comprends pour les promoteurs que c'est un casse-tête, surtout ceux qui préparent la piste, c'est des casse-têtes, c'est pas toujours évident. Puis surtout quand on sait pas si tendance à la pluie ou s'il va mouiller ou comme cette semaine qui était vraiment humide. Parlant d'humidité, écoute, ça aussi c'est un sujet qu'on va peut-être un petit peu s'ostiner. Il y a eu des cancellations dues à la chaleur. Toi, ça te fatigue un peu ça?
Ben oui, parce que je pense qu'on vient d'ouvrir une canne de verre, j'ai l'impression, parce que on parle de plus en plus des changements climatiques, tout ça, puis on va avoir des températures extrêmes. L'année passée, là, les gros blocs, tu t'en souviens, je m'en souviens comme c'était hier, il faisait 48 degrés ici à Cornwall. On était en bas de l'estrade, puis on regardait l'estrade, puis chapeau au monde qui était ici, tout ça. Puis là, il y a plusieurs pistes en fin de semaine qui ont annulé, il faisait 41, 42. Est-ce qu'on va commencer à avoir cette tendance-là? On a de la misère à faire 20 programmes dans une saison, 20-22 programmes, les pistes de course. Là, on a des soirs qu'il y a de la pluie, puis là, il fait trop beau, il fait trop chaud, on annule. Je comprends la santé des pilotes, je comprends cette portion-là, mais pourquoi, comme tu disais tantôt, pourquoi pas commencer 1 heure plus tard, puis au pire, alléger le programme, faire moins de tours ou faire une pause, ou aller trouver un médium qui pourrait faire le bonheur des amateurs puis le bonheur des pilotes. Puis, mais j'ai comme l'impression aussi que les promoteurs ont pensé un petit peu à leur poche à certains endroits parce qu'ils savent que les gens seraient peut-être pas venus parce qu'il fait trop chaud. Les gens veulent pas venir s'asseoir nécessairement sur une estrade de métal. Il fait 40-45 degrés. Il en fait peut-être 50-55 avec la chaleur que ça dégage. Donc, je peux apprécier ça d'un sens, mais moi, j'ai l'impression qu'on vient d'ouvrir une canne de verre avec ça, qu'on va commencer à voir ça de plus en plus, puis ça va faire d'autres chiolages.
Je disais, on pourrait s'assister un peu là-dessus, mais pas nécessairement, parce que je suis pas en désaccord avec ce que tu dis. Par contre, ce qui arrive, c'est que c'est sûr que dans la voiture, un pilote va toujours rester un pilote. Lui, il pourra faire moins 20, il va courir. Il pourra faire 100, il va courir. Par contre, pour avoir parlé avec des pilotes, je sais que dans la voiture, il fait extrêmement chaud. C'est l'humidité, le pire. Puis plus la chaleur du moteur, tout. Là, c'est pas pire comme en fin de semaine du côté du Québec. Ben, il n'y a pas eu beaucoup de jaune. Fait que pendant que ça roule, bon, ben, on est comme des skidoo dans le temps avec pas de fan. Fait que ça refroidit un peu. Ouais. Mais par contre, s'il y a des jaunes puis que c'est long, là, c'est là que ça devient plus problématique. De l'autre côté, les promoteurs, là, je sais que là aussi, comme tu mentionnes, il peut y avoir un côté business, des estrades vides qu'il faut payer les gars. Bon, ça va être des choses à jaser ou peut-être revoir les prix des passes de saison l'année prochaine, savoir que pour que le client ne soit pas déçu si ça arrive.
Oui, ça, c'est justement un autre élément, les passes de saison. Les gens payent, s'attendent à voir, tu sais, mettons sur 20 programmes dans la saison, ils savent qu'il va en avoir, qu'il va pleuvoir. Tu sais, ça, il n'y a rien qu'on peut faire. Mais là, qu'on annule parce qu'il fait trop beau, qu'il fait trop chaud, mais j'ai comme l'impression que ça va avoir un impact. Les gens vont peut-être se dire, hey, je ne gaspillerai pas mon argent, on ne sait même pas si ça va courir. Donc, ça, c'est un autre bon point, ça, les passes de saison. Là.
En terminant, Martin Palmodon, un peu l'altercation qu'il y a eu du côté des sportmen, il y a eu des suspensions. Là.
Oui, bien écoute, c'est un incident qu'on n'aime pas voir, là, entre Ricky Thompson et Travis Bruno la semaine passée, lundi soir. Je pense qu'il y a eu un manque aussi de la direction de course. Apparemment, qu'ils n'ont pas dit aucune instruction aux deux pilotes. Puis les deux pilotes, ils ont réglé ça sur la piste, comme qu'on voyait il y a plusieurs années. Puis la piste CV, ils ont donné 2 semaines de suspension. De ce que je peux comprendre, c'est seulement à Mohawk. Donc les pilotes peuvent courir ailleurs également. Donc pour eux, c'est 2 semaines de suspension du côté de Mohawk. C'est des choses qu'on n'aime pas voir, surtout sur la réserve du côté de Mohawk. Les gars jouent dur, puis quand on touche à un des locaux, faut que tu y penses. Mais en tout cas, ça c'était une autre histoire. Là,
ça a été quand même égal, les suspensions pour les deux quand même.
Oui, ça a été égal, les suspensions pour les deux. Puis on va voir ce que ça va donner les semaines à venir. Mais j'ai comme l'impression que M. Bruno, on le verra pas trop souvent du côté de Mohawk pour le restant de la saison. Là.
En terminant, Martin, on parle des classes, la dilution des classes. Ça aussi, ça commence à être triste un peu du côté de Brockville. Hier, il y avait seulement 6 semi-pros. Puis là, la nouvelle classe aussi de sprint car qu'on veut peut-être faire prendre l'envers du côté de Saint-Guillaume. Ça, là-dessus, t'as une réserve là-dessus. Là.
Oui, bien, j'ai une réserve parce que j'ai comme l'impression qu'on va tirer un petit peu sur... la couverte commence à manquer de coins. J'ai comme l'impression qu'on tire beaucoup sur cette couverte-là, qu'on va attirer des pilotes. Moi, je pense beaucoup, on en parlait hors ligne, mais je pense beaucoup aux pilotes de Lightning Sprint, les STR, tout ça, qu'on va peut-être aller piger dans ces bassins de voitures-là. Puis il n'y a pas, tu sais, je parle au Québec, les modifiés, les Sportmen sont très en santé, on le sait, puis la relève est là, tout ça. Les Lightning Sprint, ça va quand même relativement bien. Là. Ils se tiennent en 18, 20, 22 voitures comme ils sont venus ici. Ça, je pense que c'est respectable. Mais les autres classes, se tiennent entre 15, 18 voitures. Là, on risque d'aller chercher certains pilotes dans ça. Ça va peut-être baisser sous la barre des 15 pour faire une nouvelle classe. J'ai comme l'impression qu'on devrait essayer de travailler ensemble pour essayer de garder les classes ensemble ou d'en faire disparaître une, puis d'en recréer une nouvelle ou peu importe. Là, mais ça commence à avoir beaucoup de classes au Québec. Là.
Moi, j'étais un peu 50-50 dans cette histoire-là. Je suis pas contre. Ça dépend toujours du coût. Si le coût de la nouvelle série de sprint car c'est raisonnable, que ça l'amène des gens d'un peu de toutes les autres classes, oui, ça peut faire mal à certaines classes. On prend les STR. Ouais. Sans rien enlever aux STR, je pense que les STR, ça va rester une classe qui va être castrée dans sa fonction qu'elle fait là présentement. Bon, mon ami Carl, il va m'en vouloir que je dise ça, puis sans rien enlever, mais je pense que ces pilotes-là pourraient s'en aller dans la classe, des sprint cars. Du côté des Lightning Sprint, bon, ça aussi, c'est un drôle de challenge. C'est une classe en santé. Est-ce qu'il y a une couple de pilotes là-dedans pour s'en aller là? Est-ce qu'on pourrait tomber qu'un bassin de 15 à 20 voitures juste avec ces deux classes-là? Là, on viendrait peut-être de hausser la qualité du spectacle. Quoique Lightning Sprint donne un excellent spectacle, mais, tu sais, je vais parler du son de moteur, je vais parler de ces genres de choses-là. Là, on aurait ça. C'est sûr, côté, mettons, mini-mod ou mod light, je pense pas que ces gars-là monteraient en sprint. C'est encore drôle, par contre. Comme je dis, c'est tout dépendant des coûts. Si ça revient à un coût d'un modifié ou d'un sportman qui limite encore là, ça peut être difficile d'avoir une classe. Là. Mais ça dépend toujours des coûts et de la fiabilité. Hein.
Moi, j'ai l'impression que les premières années, je pense que ça sera peut-être pas trop difficile à aller chercher des voitures usagées. Là. Les sprint cars, il y en a partout, surtout aux États-Unis, aller chercher des châssis usagés, tout ça. Puis en ayant un moteur qui est économique, j'ai comme l'impression qu'on va essayer peut-être de bâtir. J'ai l'impression que les coûts vont ressembler beaucoup aux Sportmen, là, ce qu'ils veulent monter. Mais non, moi aussi, je suis d'accord. Là, côté STR, j'ai comme l'impression que c'est le bassin d'STR, le bassin de Lightning Sprint qui risque d'être le plus impacté parce que ces gars-là, c'est une ligne directe. Je pense aussi avec les sprints 360. Tu veux pas avec la conduite, le style de pilotage, le style de voiture. Fait que si les pilotes ont de l'intérêt dans ça, ils risquent d'avoir de l'intérêt pour les gros sprints également.
Et peut-être que ceux qui sont déjà en sprint car présentement pourraient aussi suivre, être dans cette série-là. Parce que, tu sais, on le mentionne depuis tantôt, il faut trouver des solutions pour donner un spectacle pour les amateurs. T'sais. Là, on pense beaucoup, puis encore là, je peux me faire lancer des raches, mais on pense beaucoup trop au puits présentement, puis là, c'est en train de déserter beaucoup dans les estrades. Fait que là peut-être qu'il faut penser un peu plus au spectacle. La roue va tourner, mais encore là, il faut que ça soit raisonnable dans les coûts, tout ça.
Ouais, exactement. Puis on va voir ce que ça va donner. Regarde, ils veulent essayer quelque chose de nouveau. On va voir si l'initiative va être payante. J'ai l'impression qu'il y a quand même l'intérêt des pilotes du Québec. On le sait, il y a quelques années, la série ISS, ça avait attiré le 7-8. Il y avait pratiquement une qualification, pratiquement juste des pilotes québécois. Peut-être que ça va refaire sortir ces gars-là, puis ces gars-là vont décider de courir ou supporter cette série-là. On verra, puis ça va peut-être donner l'intérêt, puis ça va peut-être les amener ailleurs aussi au Québec ou en Ontario, on ne sait jamais. Là, on va voir dans les prochaines années.
Ce qui est important, ça prend les bonnes personnes pour partir une série, ça prend des personnes sérieuses et dévouées. C'est ça que ça prend. On s'en va aux courses?
Oui, on s'en va aux courses.
Merci, Martin. Martin Bélanger, c'est Vertium sur 360.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
On continue toujours avec, bien sûr, les potins puis les... Hey, tout un potin. Cédric, c'est quoi qui s'est passé vendredi soir à Mohawk? J'ai entendu dire qu'il y avait un gars de Gatineau qui a gagné, ou Chelsea, dans ce coin-là. Tu le connais-tu?
Ouais, ben c'est moi qui ai gagné vendredi soir, là.
Ah oui? Tu peux-tu m'expliquer un peu comment ça a été, la course?
Au début de la soirée, on n'était pas trop sûr comment ça allait se dérouler, mais dans le final, on a vu assez vite qu'on avait une bonne auto et on était capable d'aller en avant.
Est-ce que je me trompe ou ben non, c'est ta plus grosse victoire à vie? C'est-à-dire que c'était quand même la 6e édition de Mitchell.
Pete Mitchell, ouais.
Pete Mitchell, exactement.
Ouais, ben, c'était ma plus grosse course ma plus grosse victoire en ma carrière en sportsman. C'était le fun à gagner.
Oui, parce qu'il y avait beaucoup de sportsmen là, dans les puits.
On était 47 puis il y avait bien des gros noms, fait que c'est toujours le fun de gagner quand il y a des bons courseurs alentour.
Ben oui, mais tu as toute une équipe en arrière de toi. Hein?
Ouais, une chance qu'ils sont là parce que sinon on n'en viendrait pas à bout.
Est-ce que là, on est confiant pour ce soir avec, bien sûr, cette victoire-là? Ça te donne peut-être, dans ta tête, tu te dis, regarde, je suis capable de gagner?
Oui, c'est sûr, ça nous donne bien de la confiance, puis ça nous donne un petit coup de pied dans le cul, mais il ne faut pas s'asseoir là-dessus, il faut continuer.
OK, écoute, j'allais faire un jeu de mots, là. Il y a un gars à terre, là, tu lui donnes un coup de pied dans le derrière, là. Pour moi, il n'aimera pas ça, lui, là.
Ah non, faut économiser les personnes âgées.
T'es drôle. Dis-moi donc, à soir, avec la piste qu'on a, puis avec la série, c'est quoi tu t'attends?
Je m'attends à avoir j'ai un bon time trial en partant, une bonne hit, puis aller à pige avec une bonne position de départ, puis d'après moi, ça va être le conducteur qui va faire le reste.
Mais toi, là, t'es la 2e, la 3e génération des GoPro?
Ouais, la 3e génération.
C'est quoi, ça fait un petit peu une pression sur toi?
Ben, il faut que je fasse aussi bien que dans le passé, fait que oui, une petite pression.
Tous les années, là, ils t'en mettent davantage comme tel, puis tout ça. Mais là, ce qu'il faut dire aux gens, c'est qu'au début de la saison, tu t'es associé avec Shane Picot pour échanger quelques données, pour voir un petit peu... c'est toi qui peux me dire ça, comment la raison pourquoi que tu t'es associé avec Shane Picot au début de la saison.
Ben, on a acheté une nouvelle voiture cet hiver, puis il nous a pas mal aidé avec la voiture, puis pas juste avec la voiture, un peu partout aussi, fait que ça nous a pas mal aidé, puis ça nous a donné une petite confiance aussi, là.
Oui, absolument. Ouais. Hein? Puis depuis ce temps-là, là, vous battez de vos propres ailes maintenant.
Oui, bien depuis ce temps-là, tu sais, ça nous a donné un bon petit regain, puis depuis ce temps-là, bien, je trouve que ça va super bien, puis on progresse à chaque fois.
Parle-moi donc un peu de ta voiture. Satisfait de ta voiture?
Oui, vraiment satisfait, surtout après vendredi, bien, j'ai vu que j'étais capable d'aller avant avec, puis pour vrai, j'ai rien à dire, la voiture, elle va super bien.
Hey! Félicitations encore pour cette belle victoire-là à moi, convaincu qu'on va en avoir d'autres d'ici la fin de la saison.
Merci beaucoup, puis j'espère aussi.
Merci.
Bonne soirée.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Hey, vous êtes avec Brian Le Fouineur. On va continuer notre tournée. On est bien sûr avec... Comment ça va?
Très bien.
Je te dérange, là, hein?
Ah, on a encore du temps un peu.
C'est pas toi qui conduis ça ce soir, là?
Non, ça fait longtemps que j'ai accroché mon casque.
Comment ça, t'as accroché ton casque?
Ah, non, bah c'est maintenant que la business, la famille, sans être les priorités, mais c'est que l'aspect technique m'a toujours plu bien gros dans ça. Avec un driver comme Mark qui est avec moi encore ici en fin de semaine, mais ça m'aide un petit peu à progresser là-dedans, puis à rester impliqué dans le sport aussi.
Là, on parle de Marc, mais il y a aussi également ton fils aussi qui course de temps en temps.
Oui, Alex. Sporadiquement, disons. C'est lui, de son côté, il y a sa business aussi qui progresse. D'autres passions, le vélo, ces choses-là. Fait que la course vient comme peut-être en 3e. Fait qu'à ce moment-là, quand il sera prêt, quand ça y tente, à ce moment-là, c'est sûr qu'on devrait faire Granby puis RPM un petit peu plus tard dans la saison. Possiblement, Alex va faire aussi le Canadian National Last Weekend. Okay. C'est dans les plans. À part ça, ben, on fait ça, on le fait plus par obligation, on fait ça, on y va quand ça nous tente, les places qu'on aime. Ici, il fait beau, il fait chaud, on a une belle piste, puis c'est pour ça qu'on est ici.
Tu as dit, toute la fin de semaine, tu passes du temps avec un Marc, tu as un ancien chum, un ancien concurrent, tu as piloté contre lui. C'était un des tops, ça demeure un des tops qui peut gagner.
Oui, certainement. On a la chance ici, veut pas, Mark, Steve, il y a d'autres excellents pelotons. Malheureusement, le car count va falloir être super élevé. Ouais. C'est un petit peu une déception, sûrement pour les promoteurs, autant de la piste que pour les Patriotes. Par contre, ceux qui sont là, Franek est là, Zimbardi, Jason Barney ici, la bataille ne sera pas pour le moins intéressante. C'est juste qu'il y a moins d'autos. Un petit peu décevant à ce côté-là, surtout avec l'argent investi. Il y a quand même des bonnes bourses.
Bien, c'est quoi qui explique ça? C'est qu'il y a 5 soirs de course, dans le fond, parce qu'il y en a qui vont aller, qui vont continuer lundi et mardi, qui s'en allent à ce week-end.
Oui, exactement. Dont nous. Veut pas ça fait une préparation. À ce week-end aussi, la bourse est là. On va pas là. Pour moi, pour Marc, que Bell et Brew puis que Tony soient là, ça change pas grand-chose. Ça fait juste donner un petit peu plus de compétition. Pourquoi qu'il y a moins de monde, ça, je sais pas s'il fait trop chaud, la piscine est meilleure que la course, je ne sais pas. Faudrait y demander.
Ouais. En même temps, en allant demain là-bas ce week-end, ça prépare un peu la voiture pour ton garçon à la fin de la saison?
Bien, je peux pas dire qu'on a besoin de ça comme préparation. On sait ce qu'on a à faire, on sait où on s'en va. Une piste, ça reste une piste. D'un année à l'autre, on va dire la base de données, le setup est pas mal, dans notre cas, est pas mal tout le temps le même. Qu'on soit à ce week-end cette semaine ou qu'on y soit pas, ça ne changera pas grand-chose. Puis Marc sera aussi au national en fin de saison. On serait dû pour un petit peu de chance, mettons, cette année.
Hey, un gros merci, puis on va te laisser continuer, bien sûr. Je pense qu'il y a juste toi qui fait les ajustements à sa voiture.
Oui, bien, Marc est là pour me conseiller aussi, veut pas, je suis là, comme je disais tantôt, je suis là pour apprendre. Marc a quand même un pas pire, très bon bagage d'expérience.
En passant, comment va sa saison cette année? Je sais que l'année passée, il battait tous les records, là.
Oui, on entend moins parler parce que courser, on a eu quand même... On était en Floride 2 fins de semaine. Il a resté après ça dans le Mississippi, Arkansas, dans ces coins-là. Il y a quand même, je pense qu'il y a 11 victoires quand même cette année. C'est pas méchant. Puis beaucoup trop de deuxièmes, disons. Mais ça, c'est comme en Floride, deux de ces deuxièmes-là, c'est des jaunes qui sont arrivés un petit peu tard en fin de course. C'était des belles deuxièmes quand même. On peut pas dire qu'on... C'est un concours de circonstances. Il y aurait eu 3 tours au lieu de 2 après les jaunes. Le scénario aurait peut-être été différent, peut-être non. Mais ça fait partie de la course. On est là pour gagner. Peut-on tous les gagner? Je pense pas. On est là pour performer, on est là pour s'amuser.
Hey, un gros merci pour ces infos-là, pour 360. Écoute, nous on est là, puis on a besoin des gars comme toi pour nous garder occupés, nous garder informés de tout ce qui se passe dans le domaine des sprints.
Bien, merci beaucoup. On sera là toute la soirée. Bien, merci.
Bonne chance.
Bonne soirée.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
On va continuer, on va aller voir qu'est-ce qui se passe. Il y a bien du monde ici. Des champions de track. Oh, il y a bien du beau monde, tu sais. Réal Fouinard. Hey, Réal, comment est-ce qu'il va, Montréal?
Dangereusement bien.
Oui. Surtout qu'avec des gros chaleurs comme ça, hier à Brockville, puis ici, à soir, m'a dire, c'est pas évident, hein?
Pas vraiment, non. Ça, c'est plus dur, un peu.
Ouais.
Surtout avec l'âge. Les jeunes, c'est pas pire, mais nous autres, on vieillit.
On va aller voir le pilote à voir.
Lui est jeune, tu peux aller. Il est plus tough.
Steve, comment ça va, mon Steve?
Ça va bien, vous autres.
Ah oui? Hey, t'as eu une belle course hier?
Oui, ça a été bien, ça a fait du bien.
Ça dépend de la piste aussi qu'on avait hier. Il a fallu composer avec ça parce qu'il te manquait pas grand-chose. Hein?
Je pense que j'avais un meilleur char même que Zimbardi. Puis le rubber est venu un peu trop vite. La piste, nous autres, on a facilité à mettre du rubber sur la track. Peut-être à 15-16 tours, on était sur le rubber. Et après ça, pour dépasser, ça venait dur. Puis il est arrivé un jaune mal placé, parce que je le rattrapais un petit peu. Mais j'étais content, mon char allait bien. Fait que c'est de bon augure.
Bon augure pour asseoir. Vous êtes peu nombreux, je pense. Les Patriotes, on s'attendait à un minimum une vingtaine.
Oui, je comprends pas. Je comprends pas que les gars d'ISS ont décidé de rester chez eux. Les gars de Patriotes, il n'y en a pas gros qui suivent. Les gars de Weekend, ils ont l'air d'avoir décidé de garder le stock pour demain. C'est une belle bourse à soir. Puis on a comme un petit fond de points pour les 4 courses. Moi, j'étais sûr qu'on aurait 25 chars. Je comprends pas, là. C'est surprenant.
On va aller voir Jordan à cette heure. Jordan qui a terminé en arrière de Steve. Et là, ce soir, là, le scénario va être différent.
Ouais, on a eu une bonne bataille hier soir, fait que c'est sûr que ce soir, on essaie de répéter le scénario un petit peu contraire avec deux spots de plus en avant.
Ashwego, toujours dans tes plans de même?
Ouais, Weekend est toujours dans nos plans. C'est deux belles...
Weekend, ouais.
C'est deux belles courses pour nous, puis c'est une bonne préparation. Vu qu'on a une nouvelle voiture, on va aller tester des setups un petit peu pour le national à la fin de l'année. Fait que c'est deux belles courses, puis on est tombé en vacances cette semaine, fait que c'est juste parfait pour nous autres.
Ouais, hein. Tu vas aller voir mon ami Tony Stewart?
Ouais, je vais aller courser contre trois gros noms. C'est quand même impressionnant de courser contre ce genre de monde-là. J'ai hâte de voir tout ce qu'il va y avoir comme char dans le pit, toute l'ambiance que ça va amener, puis essayer de voir si les petits gars du nord de l'Amérique sont capables de battre ces gros noms-là.
C'est quoi les trois noms? Là? Je sais qu'on a parlé de Tony Stewart. Les deux autres, c'est qui?
C'est Rico Hebreu puis Christopher Bell qui a gagné hier en Xfinity au New Hampshire. Fait que c'est sûr que c'est des grosses pointes qui ont du bagage de course en arrière d'eux autres. Fait que on va essayer de leur donner du fil à retordre.
Steve, dis-moi donc, cette piste-là, tu la connais bien. Cette piste-là, tu l'as remportée à quelques reprises.
Oui, c'est un des plus beaux circuits au Canada. Une belle place pour courser en sprint. Fait que moi, je suis pas encore sûr que je vais y aller. Je devrais y aller, là, mais je veux dire, on prend ça plus relax cette année. C'est sûr que c'est ça, c'est le fun. Demain, c'est à la télé. Il va sûrement avoir gros, c'est à MAV TV, ceux qui veulent le regarder, je pense à partir de 9h. Fait que on va voir que ça va bien à soir, mais c'est sûr que c'est le fun là, d'aller. C'est comme une course nationale pour, il va y avoir, je sais qu'il y a des gars, Linton Jeffrey qui va être là. Il y a bien du monde qui est attendu là, pour faire un gros événement.
T'sais, nous autres, on est là, on parle d'eux autres, là, Hébreu et compagnie, puis ça, mais ils savent que Steve Poirier s'en vient aussi. Là.
Je suis pas sûr que c'est pas de là qu'ils s'attendent de la rivalité, mais il reste que je les ai surpris. La première année que j'ai gagné le National, Dale Blaney était là, puis Sylvain Mercier qui me donnait un petit coup de main, puis il disait, à ce moment-là, des fois, ça allait bien, ça allait pas bien pour nous autres. Puis Sylvain Mercier était allé voir Blaney, puis il avait dit, hey, t'aurais pas quelqu'un à référer à Steve? Ça marche pas tout le temps bien, son affaire, puis il aurait besoin d'un crew chief. Puis là, on s'était mis de chum un petit peu avec. Puis là, je me suis bataillé avec dans la course. Puis j'ai fini en avant après la course. Il était peut-être, je sais pas, un petit peu mauvais perdant ou bougonneux. Après la course, Sylvain Mercier va le voir. Tu lui diras qu'il s'arrange avec ses affaires.
Hey, c'est cute à mort. Hey, mais vous pouvez pas savoir comment que moi, j'ai eu chaud tantôt. J'ai fait le sprint. Mais un vrai sprint, là. Je me suis pris pour un char de sprint. Mais il m'a dit, Réal, t'as raison.
Tu t'es assis dedans?
Non, mais j'aimerais ça m'asseoir dedans. Es-tu sérieux? Hey, on suit. Je m'en vais m'asseoir dedans. Colline de tabarnouche. Puis là, en même temps, Montréal, là, tu vas me dire, là, comment que ça fonctionne, puis comment qu'on rentre dans une voiture, là. OK? Hey, une première. Brillant le fouineur va s'asseoir dans une voiture. C'est pas n'importe quelle, la voiture de Steve Poirier. OK? Tiens le micro, Montréal, là, pour moi, là, m'embarquer. OK?
Ah, enlève le steering, là. Es-tu capable d'enlever ça?
Non, pas capable. Ouais. Ah, bon.
Ça va aller bien, hein? Ah, t'es capable. Eh oui. Mais là, faut pas que tu te prennes partout, là. Essaye d'aller de bout. Tu vas t'en de bout, passe ta tête en haut en autant que tu t'assommes pas. Bon. Tiens.
Incroyable. Hey,
Quasiment une chaise de parterre, hein?
Hein?
T'es quasiment sur une chaise de parterre.
Quasiment. Là, dis-moi donc, oui. C'est quoi toutes ces petites pédales-là qu'on voit?
Ça, c'est faire avancer ou reculer la wing pour te donner plus de pitch. L'eau des chaudes ou allégir le chaud, mettre plus sur le devant.
OK. Donc, ce que tu me dis, c'est que durant la course, on peut, bien sûr, jouer avec le wing qui fait en sorte que dans les courbes, c'est là que ça va nous donner plus de traction.
Si ton char, tu vas être plus lourd, tu vas donner un peu plus de force en arrière, tu loads ton char en arrière ou tu mets en avant. Tu peux déloader ou loader, ça dépend si t'es tête ou t'es lousse.
Okay. Y a-t-il d'autres choses qu'il faudrait savoir là, pour les amateurs qui n'ont jamais vu ça, un sprint là, à l'intérieur, qu'un gars peut ajuster durant la course?
En théorie, il y a bien des séries, tu as juste le droit à ça pour ajuster. Il y a des séries, là, il est là, mais il n'est pas branché. Ça, tu peux avoir des chocs ajustables, tu peux ajuster, craquer tes chocs. Mais c'est pas toutes les séries. Les ISS, tu as le droit. Okay. Mais à part de ça, ils appellent ça No Cockpit Adjustment. Ça, c'est ta transmission.
Ça, c'est la transmission?
Oui, c'est ça. Quand tu es élevé, tu es au neutre. Là, c'est pour ça quand tu le mets en bas, tu l'emblayes, il pousse le char, puis après ça, il est parti. C'est pour ça quand il rentre dans le pit, il se débraye de même, il tombe sur le neutre. Mais on peut laisser marcher le moteur.
C'est pour ça qu'il n'y a pas de starter. C'est pour ça qu'il n'y a pas besoin d'un pouce. Puis il y a juste une seule vitesse.
C'est ça. C'est ça. C'est direct drive. Direct. Le moteur est direct ses roues. Le ratio, il marche juste avec les gears comme les autres. Là, tu changes ta gear, on va changer ton ratio. C'est tout.
Parce que là, c'est combien de H-Power, ça, là?
725 forces pour un 360 pouces cubes.
Moi, Brian Mulligan qui annonçait, il disait que c'était un bâton de dynamite entre les deux jambes.
Si tu regardes ça, c'est plus fort qu'une Formule 1. Sur papier, là, à cause du poids et tout, c'est plus vite qu'une Formule 1.
Dépendamment, ou bien sûr, du poids du pilote, on peut mettre des pesées sans doute ou...
Oui, maintenant, on a le droit. Avant ça, tu n'avais pas le droit de mettre des pesées. Non. Maintenant, il y a des séries qui acceptent ça. Mais comme d'autres, l'ISS, c'est 2500 livres avec le chauffeur. 1500 livres avec le chauffeur dedans. C'est ça. Si tu serais en haute là, eux autres, ils ont des 410, c'est 1400 livres avec le chauffeur. C'est 100 livres de moins, puis ça a 200 forces de moteur de plus.
Là, tu es en train de me dire que là, le pilote, il faut qu'il connaisse un peu, bien sûr, la portée de sa voiture, parce qu'on voit la petite aileron en avant, là. La petite aileron, on a vu ça à Granby, là. Quelqu'un perd sa petite aileron en avant, là.
T'as plus rien qui tient ton devant-terre, fait que t'es tête au bout, t'es pas capable de revirer dans le coin.
Ça peut aller chercher combien, ça, en frais de vitesse?
Tout dépendant des grandeurs de piste. Comme à ce week-end, sur le droit, tu vas peut-être aller 150 000 à l'heure, 145, 150 000 à l'heure. 1000 à l'heure. Hein. Hey, ben, les 410 à Rolling Wheels, là, je pense que c'est 142 000 à l'heure moyenne. Les World of Outlaws, à l'époque, là, ils vont plus à Rolling Wheels, c'est fermé, là, mais dans la track la plus vite, c'est 142 000 à l'heure moyenne. C'est assez vite. Ça prend, comme on dirait, des bonnes couilles en bon québécois.
Mais toi, ton rôle réel dans tout ça, là, de la préparation de la voiture, c'est pas mal plus les pneus? Ou...
Oui, moi, c'est un peu les pneus. Avant ça, je préparais les autos avec Steve, mais depuis que Kevin est là,
on parle de Kevin Lawyer?
Oui, Kevin Lawyer, c'est lui qui s'occupe de la voiture maintenant. Moi, je fais des pneus, puis je suis un petit peu moins actif, là. On commence à être un peu plus...
Oui, tu n'as perdu un peu, Réal, parce qu'on t'entendait là, crier là, à la fin, à chaque fois que Steve gagnait une finale, on t'entendait crier. Là.
Le monde le plus chante parce qu'il y avait il appelait ça un verre d'oreille, il y avait ça un verre d'oreille trop longtemps, mais non, tu sais, ça fait des modes que tu fais. Ça a été le fun au début, mais tu sais, à un moment donné, c'est le fun de faire des jokes, mais des fois, la joke, faut que tu l'arrêtes. Toujours la même, faut que tu te renouvelles un petit peu.
En terminant, là, il y a les pneus. Les pneus, c'est bien important. On vient d'en parler. Tu te préoccupes de ça beaucoup. Tu les prépares. C'est en forme de caramel, ça? Les pneus?
Ben non, nous autres, on n'a pas le droit des sortes de compounds. On a des hard ou bien des soft. Nous autres, c'est HTC ou des RD20 ou 25, puis le hard. Puis ici, c'est des R12. C'est vraiment on n'a pas 25 000 sortes de compounds, mais en sprint, c'est comme ça.
Mais là, je vais faire mon innocent. Là. Pourquoi qu'il y a un pneu qui est plus large que l'autre?
Qui est plus large? Je vais te donner quelque chose si tu veux savoir comment ça marche un sprint car. Là. Prends un verre de styrofoam. Tiens, un verre de café, un styrofoam, là. Puis, mets-le sur le côté, là. Pousse dessus. Il va tourner. Mais c'est ça. C'est pour faire tourner le char. C'est juste pour ça. La wing, c'est la même chose, c'était déphasé pour aller de côté dans le vent pour aider à tourner le char.
Bien là, des fois, ça a l'air toujours plus impressionnant. Quand il y a un accident, on capote, l'aileron est complètement fini, amoché. Tu sais, ça a l'air toujours plus spectaculaire qu'une voiture qu'on voit là, NASCAR.
Bien, c'est parce que regarde ça, c'est tout mou, c'est de l'aluminium bien mince, tu sais, fait que c'est sûr qu'aussitôt que ça, c'est fini. Aussitôt que tu mets ça sur le côté, c'est fini. Ça se refait pas. Puis ça, c'est un aile d'avion, mais à l'envers. Si tu regardes, si tu enlèves les côtés, c'est bâti comme un aile d'avion à l'envers. Au lieu de te faire voler, ça te tient sur la traque. C'est pour ça qu'ils peuvent aller vite. Plus que tu vas aller vite, plus que ton char va être soudé sur la traque. Fait que moins que t'es peureux, puis ton char, t'as un bon char, ça paraît un bon char aussi, là. Mais si t'as un char bien set-upé, puis plus tu vas aller vite, plus que tu vas être capable d'aller vite.
Hey, un gros merci, Réal. Maintenant, là, moi, j'attends le casque. Parce que j'aimerais ça partir, moi, là, pour faire une petite ride, moi, là. En finale, moi, là, Tu me conseilles de partir peut-être en arrière, peut-être?
Moi, j'enlèverais peut-être des shorts parce que ça serait peut-être dangereux. On ne sait jamais. Parce que du méthanol, c'est super dangereux.
Oui, c'est vrai.
On voit pas les flammes.
Puis c'est inodore.
Oui. Mais je peux ouvrir le bouchon, de le faire sentir, tu vois, qu'est-ce que ça fait?
Ah non, merci. Je pense... Merci, Réal. Merci beaucoup.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.
Winner out of St. Matthew Dable Quebec in the Foundation for Stations Industries, FM. Paul Page Mega, 28. That is Jordan Poirier. Jordan Poirier in car number 28. Starting in position number 8, one of our rejars this evening, making his first ever start here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway and the Muji Motorsports. FK Rodans, Fast Axel. Schoenfield Hunters, car number 98, that is Joe Trinka. Joe Trinka and car number 98. And starting in position number 7 this evening, out of Picton, Ontario, in the Jones Automotive, CarQuest Auto, car number 11J, that is Chris Jones. Chris Jones and car number 11J. Moving into position number 6 this evening, making his first ever start here at the Cornwall Speedway. Out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania, the Foundations 55, letters Pixel, Mach 1 chassis, car number 55, that is Mark Smith. Mark Smith and car number 55 into his inside. Current point leader with the Patriots here in 2019, 4 wins on the tour. Comes right out of Watertown, New Jersey, in the Dave Frantic Auto Sales, Escape RV. Napa, Sussex, car number 28F, that's No Panic, Davey Frantic. Davey Frantic and car number 28F. And starting in position number 4, he picked up the win last night at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. The Mother One Fire Large for Quartz Auto Collision Performance Power Coating, car number 35. That's the Juice, Jared Zimbardi. Jared Zimbardi in car number 35. Starting in position number 3 this evening, out of Vernon, New York, in the Prestige Pool and Spa. Richardson Enterprises PTR Holdings, car number 67. He's ready to make a splash here in tonight's 25-lap A main. That is Pete Richardson. Pete Richardson in car number 67. And on the front row for the youth this evening, the last time we were here, this guy stood in victory lane, and he comes out of St. Matthew Des Moines, Quebec, one of the most respected and one of the best 360 sprint car drivers right here in the Northeast, and that is Steve Fireball Poirier. And on the point tonight, searching for his first ever win here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. He comes from us out of Harding, Pennsylvania, the mechanical service company FT Motorsports, A1 Racing Engines. Car number 79, that is Jordan Thomas. Jordan Thomas in car number 79. 18 cars, 25 laps the distance. Looks like the lineup is right. So as they get into their formation, we're going to ask you, the great race fans of Cornwall Motor Speedway, to get into your formation. Which is out of your seat and on to your feet, race fans. For 17 years, the Patriot Sprint Tour has toured all over the Northeast, and tonight we are here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. And so, race fans, before we wind them up to the bottom line and come to you 4 wide, these are the stars and cars of the 2019 Aberdeen Storage Containers Patriot Sprint Tour. Here they come one more time. So they will show him the white flag, and we're ready to go 25 laps here. Clean and green, off corner number 4. Has a little bit of contact, though, between Poirier and Thomas. As look at Jared Sambardi there on the outside. He already takes over position number 2. But so far, so good for Steve Poirier. As Joe Stranka, who started 8th, he's already up to 5th. As Jason Barney's also trying to look for something there on the top. Jordan Poirier. Look at the battle between 5th through 9th, and contact already between Barney and Richardson. So far, so good. It's clean and green off corner number 2 as Steve Poirier takes over the early race lead as Jordan Thomas sits there in position number 2. As he's a little bit tight, though, as Mark Smith also. As now Davey Franek, he's now up in the clean air. He was able to get by some early lap cars. As Steve Poirier trying to get by the 79 of Brian Zick. As he will kindly take it out. As Jordan Thomas has taken advantage of these lap machines as Thomas is looking for the race lead. As Jordan Thomas has caught the race leader in Poirier. As Zimbardi sits there in 3rd. A lap car certainly going to play dividends for the 79, but at the same time it'll be a disadvantage. As Mark Smith, he's trying to do everything he can to get by that 35 of Jerry Zimbardi. As Thomas overcooks the corner, can he keep it going? And he will. It's a slide job that's been put on by Mark Smith. As that has been allowed to Steve Poirier to open up a very comfortable race lead. As Steve Poirier, who started on the outside pole, he takes over that 1 spot. As Steve Poirier. As Poirier gets a little bit too tight. As the blue flag is out. As Jordan Thomas still sits there in 2nd, the 55 of Mark Smith, the 35 of Jerry Zimbardi, but he's got Davey Franek and Jordan Poirier working on the 35. As Franek going to really ride the bottom side. As Franek overcooks the corner, and that allows Jordan Poirier. Poirier, your dash winner, as look at the battle for 4, 5, and 6. As Paul Paconin is also the next lap traffic victim. So far, so good for the fireball of Steve Poirier. As Jordan Thomas still sits there in 2nd. As Mark Smith riding there in 3rd. But look at the battle for 4th. As Franek really riding the top side. Going to shoot down to the bottom. As Zimbardi blocks him. As Poirier has been uncontested almost in this entire feature event. And we got a yellow flag and Sean Durand off turn number 4. Sean Duran made hard contact with that turn 4 jersey barrier.
Paul, you can see the tire tracks as he went off between 3 and 4, just out of the cushion a little bit, and overcooked it, and that was all it took. But once you get up into those marbles, you got a one-way ticket to the wall.
So this could either play advantage to Steve, or obviously it could play advantage to guys like Thomas and Mark Smith, Jared Zimbardi, Davey Frantic. It looks like he was also close to getting by Zimbardi, but the reason why it could play advantage to Poirier is that the only time that really Poirier was contested was during lap traffic time. However, he was able to meet about 3 laps. There we go.
Needed to, but as you mentioned, Davey Frantic back in 5th.
Yeah.
He was on the move, and he's another guy. He's been putting that car just about any lane he wanted.
Sure.
So we'll see if we can get around Zimbardi here. And Zimbardi made his car wider on a few of those turns, knowing that Frantic was right there.
So Steve Poirier, your race leader, followed by the 79 of Jordan Thomas. 55 Mark Smith is 3rd. 35 Jared Zimbardi, and then your top 5 is Davey Frantic. So Steve Poirier has been very good here, especially in PST competition. So because we got a competitive lap in, we will be single file. So that starter's box has been displayed off turn number 4, as well as the code. So you can fire anywhere inside the box, however you cannot pass it until you get by the cone. That's a PST rule. Green. As Jared Zimbardi going to try something there on the top side to get a lot of momentum. Can Zimbardi get by the 55? Shoots down to the bottom. Trying to put a slide job there on the 55. We do have a little bit of car debris up there at the top side of turn number 2. And because there's... So Poirier going to try it one more time. And now Zimbardi is showing his hand. And Zimbardi's going to try the bottom side as Mark Smith is now going to try top. And look at Joe Trenka vying for a top 5 position. Joe Trenka takes over position number 5 from Frantic. That's the battle for second now heats up. With now 7 laps remain between the 79 of Jordan Thomas and the 55 of Mark Smith. As Frantic trying to build a lot of momentum. As Joe Trenka really seems like his tires are turning on here in the second half of the race. As Frantic going to get back by the 98, and it looks like he's not finished. He's vying for 4th. Frantic really trying to find something there on top. Just not going to do it. 5 laps remain for the 20 NFL of Steve Poirier. As Steve Poirier clean and green off corner number 4. As he has 4 laps remain. So Steve Poirier, who had a very successful season last year, picking up another ESS championship. He's won a Canadian championship before as well. As once again, Schranka gets back by Franek for that 5 spot. That might be the best thing on the racetrack. As Jordan Thomas continues to track down, he's going to have 2 laps to get it. As lap traffic is going to be a factor. As Poirier is clean and green off turn 2. And he makes it off corner number 4. Steve Poirier is a winner here tonight at Cornwall. Second goes to the 79 of Jordan Thomas, followed by the 55 of Mark Smith, the 35 of Jared Zimbardi, and Davey Franek holds on for a top 5 finish. So congratulations there to Steve Poirier. We will grab a word down in victory lane with him as he picks up another win, and I believe this is also his first win of 2019.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Patriot Sprint Tour in town. 25 laps, 17 minutes. You don't want to blink when these guys come to town. 17 minutes to run 25 laps from the first time they pushed them off the line. Unbelievable. And Steve Fireball Poirier lives up to the nickname and continues his dominance here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Well, he used to race it back in a modified, and well, he was something to deal with back then as well. And puts him behind the wheel of a sprint car, and he gets it done just about every time he comes to town. Well, Paul Harkenrider's going to head trackside, and he'll do the interview with 3 very happy people: Steve Poirier, Jordan Thomas, and Mark Smith. That's your top 3.
So we're making our way down to victory lane here. As grab that mic for you. Getting the congratulations here from PST President Mike Emhoff. And he's going to get on top of the wagon. His first win in 2019. Let's hear it for Steve Fireball Poirier. Steve, congratulations. Excellent run there for this 20 FT. Seems like no matter where you could put it, this car was very, very good, and really kind of a really good start to the. Actually, I'm sorry, kind of a poor start to 2019, though. Obviously, finally to get things going here for your 2019 race program.
Really feels good to me. That's a nice place where we had so much fun in the past. We struggled a little bit since the beginning of the season. Thanks to my crew chief for giving me a supercar tonight. Thanks to Mark Smith for giving me the outside in the starting position. But the car was really good, and we kind of learned a little bit from what Jordan did in his dash, because my car was not what I like in the heat race. We did go through that line, so those adjustments. Car was really fun to drive with more bite like they did for the feature. Track was pretty easy for me. It was fun. We could run high, low, so that was a fun night.
Yeah. Traffic, though, you kind of love it, you hate it. Jordan almost got you in a couple times, though, but it seems like that wasn't really too much of an issue, though. You were able to get by them pretty quickly, about 7 or 8 laps to go.
Yeah, at some point I nearly blew by turn 3. After that, so my car, to keep the speed and momentum, you need to keep the car left, and you need a minimum entry speed to do that. At some point when you feel uncomfortable, that's when things starts to go bad. So when I nearly blew by turn 3, after that for 2-3 laps, I kind of searched a little bit. I knew I was not exactly where I need to go. I felt good that okay, I don't have any flat tires. I could hit my mark, just be a bit slower into 3. And I didn't see Jordan. I saw a couple of times I felt like I was not that good, because in 3 at some point I could bring so much speed on straightaway, but sometimes I would spin the tire and it wouldn't work. In clean air I was better, and so in traffic sometimes I was not safe enough to clear the car and try to slide out and go around them. But all in all, they were respectful to me, so I have nothing to complain.
A lot of people help you out on this race program. Who do you think?
Thanks to my sponsor, Industrie FM, Fondation 4 Saisons, Pompage Méga, Excellence Peterbilt et Mazout Bélanger. Thanks to my crew this weekend, Real, Mario, Kevin. Like again, he did the adjustment tonight, right decision on that, my father helping. Thanks to all the people that support me.
Steve Poirier, tonight's A-Main winner here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. We'll grab a word here with Jordan Thomas. Jordan, not bad for your first time ever here at Cornwall. Obviously starting up front and kind of finishing there on the podium with these two guys. That's got to feel really, really good.
Yeah, it's always good to stand up here with Mark and Steve up front. They're two veterans that really know how to get around a racetrack, and I'm still kind of a little bit new to this, so I didn't really know where to put the car, and I knew they were going to know where to put it, and you know, we're going to be happy with the second place finish. And I think my biggest mistake was blowing it off the top of 4 there. We ran him back down before the caution, but you know, clean air really helped, and then when he got to lap traffic, it really slowed him up a ton, and those lap cars were just kind of side by side, and it was tough to pass, so I knew once he got back by them, I was kind of stuck there and just got what I could get.
Podium, a top 10 run last night, podium finish tonight. We had Oswego, a track that you really, really like the next 2 nights, though. You really got to be feeling really, really good, though, for the 79 team heading into these next 2 nights.
Yeah, we're starting to pick up some momentum here after the feature last night, and then here tonight we were pretty good all night, and then in the feature here we were good in Oswego, and that's one of my favorite tracks to go to. I wish it really wasn't so far away. We'd like to head there a lot more, but you know, I'm really excited for tomorrow.
All right, nice shot.
Thank you.
Jordan Thomas comes home in second. We'll now also grab a word here with Mark Smith. Mark, a sixth place starting, and you were able to kind of move forward pretty quickly, and you had a pretty good run there with the Zimbardi team, though, for a majority of this race, and then not too bad though for a third place run though here.
Yeah, it was all about the starting spot tonight. I told Steve that he needed to share his paycheck with me because I gave him that too to start up front, but. That's all good. It's all fun, and I just want to thank Foundation 55, Mach 1 Chassis, Letter Edge Pixel, and Simpson Racing Products, and CSI Shock.
All right, nice job tonight.
Thank you.
Mark Smith will come home in third, so tonight's A-Main winner, the Fireballs. Okay. Second will go to the 79 of Jordan Thomas, and then the 55 of Mark Smith. We'll also grab a word here real quick with Kevin Walvies. Kevin, coming right up here. Kevin, tonight's our winning crew chief tonight. Kevin, you saw what the, obviously a lot of track prep, though, going on right before the A-Main, and he was talking about the kind of adjustments, though. You don't have to give us the secrets, though, but what did you see, though, that obviously really benefited, though, for this 28 FM?
Well, I've been coming here for a long time, so I kind of had a good idea what the track was going to do. I knew it would come back with a little bit of grip, so I actually freed the car up a bunch, which is kind of backwards to what you think, but with the track the way it was going to be, I knew we had to get the car a little freer, and it just worked out for us.
All right, next up tonight, we'll go back to Oswego. Another track, though, you've had a lot of success.
Yeah, we got a good tune-up for there, so I'm pretty excited for Monday and Tuesday, and hopefully we can go there and kick those big shots' asses here on Monday, Tuesday.
All right, there you go. Kevin Walby, tonight's winning crew chief. So once again, tonight's winner, the 28 FM, Steve Poirier. Second place goes to the 79 of Jordan Thomas, and then the 55 of Mark Smith. Don't forget, we are at Oswego Speedway on tomorrow and Tuesday night. And once again, my name is Paul Harkenrider. Great to be back here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Cannot wait to get back here to Cornwall next year. 100 lap sportsman race is about to go on to the Speedway. We'll set things back upstairs.
Well, thanks a lot, Paul. And yes, the Next Level Home Improvement Sportsman feature coming up next. 30 cars, 100 laps. Second leg of the Race for the Cure series. And again, Steve Fireball Poirier getting it done at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. As I mentioned, he started doing this a long time ago in the modified division. Ran 358 for a number of years. Was tough every time he came to Cornwall. Oh, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, our Loud and Dirty 358 Modified Division not here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. So a couple of racers decided to take it down to Utica, Rome and race down there. Corey Wheeler finds himself in 5th place right now. They're under caution. And other locals in the field is Kyle Dingwall. He finds himself in the number 18 position in the feature down at the Utica Rome Speedway. So a little update of the Loud and Dirty 358 Modified guys that are racing out of the out of Cornwall this evening. So a good run for Corey Wheeler and Kyle Dingwall to make it into the feature. Always a good car count down there at Utica Rome, and some of the top runners making their way down there as well. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, the second leg of the race for the Cure set to get underway. Of course, we are pulling out the pace trucks. They're going to go around, park themselves in turn number 3, and we're going to send out the cars one at a time, and we will introduce the drivers to you. So Martin Belanger is along with me on the microphone. And of course the Cornwall Motor Speedway pace truck and the Mohawk International Raceway pace truck on the backstretch. And we are set to roll out the lineup. Last week's feature winner and the gentleman who drew the pole at the redraw at the intermission. How about the 77E of Ryan Stabler?
Partira deuxième will start a second. He's the defending champion for the race for the Cure. Let's have it for the 44 of Jonathan Ferguson, starting position number 2.
Going away on the inside of the second row. Started here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway in a mini stock, has worked his way up through and now drives in the Sportsman Division. The 66 of Moise Paget.
Starting in position number 4, one of the good runners here at the Speedway in the Sportsman rank, the 15B of Little Brie, Brianna Ladouceur.
And starting on the inside of row number 3, one of the top runners in his heat earlier on this evening, the 04 of Scott McGill.
Starting in position at number 6, he's a feature winner at Mohawk, the 9 of Christian Smoke.
Starting on the inside of row number 4 with the visual vinyl, number 94, Gabriel Lancier.
He broke the streak here for Shane Picor back in June at the 1X of Robert Delamby, starting in position number 8.
A former track champion in this division, the one of Justin Lavancette.
He will start in position number 10, looking for his first feature win this season, the 3 of Adam Rosa.
Starting on the inside of row number 6, the quickest qualifier this evening, the 35 of Thomas Cook.
He drew 12. He has 6 wins in 8 races this season, leads the points. He's the feature winner of the first round, the 0 of Shane Picor.
Starting on the inside of row number 7, made his start in the go-karts in a Dirt Demon, the 22C of Cedric Govro.
good upcoming runners in the sportsman ranks. Starts 14, the 28K of Curtis Caillé.
Starting on the inside of row number 8, the 1R of Ricky Thompson.
He will start in the position number 16, the number 4 of Jason Ship-Clark.
A former track champion in the mini stock division, now racing in the sportsman from Cornwall, the 18 of Bob Ray.
The feature winner this season at Can-Am, the 38J of Jarrett Urbison.
A newcomer to the Cornwall Motor Speedway, running on a regular basis with us and being more dominant as they go, the 78D of Dominic Merkley.
He's been a regular this season with us in that 2019 in the 21W of Devin Willis.
Going away on the inside of row number 11 in the 18 JR, Jason Rose.
He's one of the good runners from the Brockville Speedway on Saturday night, the 84 of John Mills.
Used to race in the modified, now in the sportsman. A gentleman racer all the time. The Mohawk Express, the M70 of Billy Cook.
He will start in that position number 24, the 08 of Chris Ferguson.
Former Rookie of the Year here in the Sportsman Division, the 29A of Justin Drosier.
She has been supporting most of the big races here at the Speedway in the last few years. The number 8 of Geneva Sheffield.
Rolling away in position number 27, inside of the 14th row, the 22A of Alex Gagnon.
We'll start in position number 28, partira 28e, the 82, le 82, Denis Forgue.
And starting off the back row, the 71X of Delbert Legros Jr.
And he will start in position number 30. A newcomer tonight here at Cornwall, the 64 of Terry McClelland.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Starting lineup, 30 sportsmen, 100 laps is the distance. A number of former track champions in the mix, a couple of former Race for the Cure champions in the mix as well. Jonathan Ferguson, defending champion in the Race for the Cure series, starts on the outside pole. Last week's feature winner, Ryan Stabler, starts on the inside pole. First 75 laps caution count, last 25 will be green laps. The easy pass, or the lucky dog, in effect. And again, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. 30 sportsmen set to start this second leg race for the Cure Series. Cornwall Motor Speedway Pace Truck, Mohawk International Raceway Pace Truck lead them around. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they are getting set. They're going to move them. Evens are going to move out. Odds are going to fill in the middle. There they go, ladies and gentlemen. They are setting it up for 4 wide. The salute to you, the fan. As we come out of turn number 4, we ask you, the fans, to please get on your feet and send them on their way. 30 sportsman drivers set to do battle for the second leg of the race for the Cure Series. Come on, Cornwall Motor Speedway fans, get on your feet. Send these drivers on their way. 30 sportsman cars on the track for you, the fans. Outstanding Cornwall Motor Speedway. We line them back up. Everyone's making sure their seat belts are tight. The Mohawk International Raceway pace truck pulls off to the safety of the pits. Cornwall Motor Speedway pace truck will be pulling off now. White comes out onto the fields. We are ready to go green. Stabler and Ferguson will bring them around. Nice clean start coming out of turn number 4 in the wired audio zone. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Leg number 2 of the race for the Cure Series about to get underway. Beautiful lineup, all nice and tight, and we are underway. Al Ferguson around the outside. We knew he was going to be a strong contender right away. Powers by Stabler on the outside. Stabler hanging on a second right now. But here comes Moise Paget down at the bottom. Brianna Lattiser tucked right there as well in 4th. Great battle for 2nd. 3 cars all battling it out. Stabler and Paget. 66 on the bottom. 77 on the top. They are battling for 2nd right now. Ferguson's trying to pull away from the rest of the field. Scott McGill all alone in 5th. Everyone else bunching up behind him. Christian Smoke pushes up the track a little bit. He's in 6th. As Delormier around the top side with the 1X. Gabriel Cirlo right there as well. Battling for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Ferguson trying to pull away from the rest of the field. Paget now alone in 2nd with the 66 Stabler. Hanging on a 3rd. Brianna Lattiser with the 15B into the number 4 position. Scott McGill, the top 5 running away from the rest of the field. Now Scott McGill has some problems with the 04. Pulls it into the infield. And he's going to shut it down. And that allows the green to stay out. Ferguson trying to pull away from the rest of the field, doing a pretty good job of it early on. Moise Paget right there with him in 2nd, as is Stabler in 3rd. Brianna Lattiser hanging on to 4th. Those top 4 cars have pulled away from the rest of the field. Christian Smoke has his hands full trying to stay ahead of the 94 of Gabriel Sear. And Robert Delormier in there as well, battling for the number 7 and 8 position. Here comes Pecor, started in the number 12 position. And Pecor finds himself into the number 8 position. So Pecor picked up 4 spots already in just 7 laps. Now has his sights set on Delormier. Ferguson still in the lead, finds himself now tiptoeing through some lap traffic. Already put Geneva Sheffield a lap down, and that works to the inside of Denny Paul. Ferguson to the inside of lap traffic. Stabler and Paget now starting to overtake the slower moving traffic as well. Now Ferguson finds himself out in front, but Paget closes the gap down on the bottom. Down to about 2 car lengths as they come through 3 and 4 down past the flag stand this time. They'll bring us to lap number 10.
De compléter 10 laps. Your race leader de l'honneur. La circulation un peu plus lourde de Moïse Paget s'est approché avec Ryan Stabler, Brianna Lattiser et Christian Smoke de top 5. Ferguson manœuvre très libre dans la circulation. On a vu ici dépasser McLaren et distance de dépassement sur Alex Gagnon. Ryan Stabler qui en fait extrêmement fort dans le tournoi numéro 3. Et la ligne s'approcher de Moïse Pagé. Pagé trying to close in to Ferguson. As everyone seems to have a good distance on the speedway with the lap cars, but Pagé found something using the inside of the track, side by side with Jonathan Ferguson. With Billy Cook in front of them. We'll see if Pagé is able to pull out a good move here. Ferguson closes the door on Pagé. Number 14 in the book, 14 tours de complété. Pagé essaie très fort d'aller chercher la première position sur Jonathan Ferguson, Ryan Sabler en troisième. Encore une fois, on verra si Pagé tente une manœuvre. 15 tours de complété, 15 laps in the book. Ferguson passes another Ferguson, Chris 08 right now. Moïse Pagé runs in a position at number 2. Been on the back bumper of Ferguson for the last 6 or 7 laps. Ryan Sabler and Brian Altsar are joining the field as well. Ferguson, that's still race leader. Pagé is waiting for an error from the leader. Ferguson has a lot of experience in these types of races, so we'll see if he's able to keep his top position in 18 laps in the book. 3 tours de complété. Pagé toujours en deuxième. Ryan Sabler toujours troisième avec Gabriel Altsar en quatrième. Dans une manœuvre des ennuis pour Alex Gagnon. Yellow flag is out. La zone causée par Alex Gagnon. S'arrête dans le tournant numéro 2. We'll be going to lap number 20, Yui. Lap traffic was becoming a factor. We'll see if Moïse Pagé is able to pass Ferguson.
Well, Jonathan Ferguson's got a very strong car, but Moïse Pagé right there with him. Ryan Stabler's got his hands full with Brianna Lattiser in that battle for 3rd and 4th. And Christian Smoke finds himself right in 5th, just kind of waiting it out and riding it out nice and slow. But yeah, caution coming out for Alex Gagnon, the 22A, top of turn 1 and 2. So the Cornwall Motor Speedway pace truck comes back out onto the field. We'll check the lineup over, bunch them up, and we'll be looking for another good start as lap number 21 now goes into the books. 100 laps is the distance. And we see the pace truck on the backstretch picking up the field. Oh, there we have it. Now the lineup being told over the one-way to the racers, so they're being moved. So Chris Ferguson is the lucky dog, or easy pass. He'll get to go back to the back of the field and get that lap back.
So we remind everyone that lap 75, until lap 75, we count the cautions. So that's why you see the lap counter. Every time they pass the flag stand, we add a lap. So right now we're just doing the lineup, getting the lineup ready for going back to green, as well as while our race director is giving some instructions. You see Billy Cook and Chris Ferguson fading back. We mentioned Chris Ferguson got the lucky dog. Will regain his lap.
So as you mentioned, Martin, caution laps will count. That's why we slow them right down. Use the pace truck to slow them down to try to get as many laps as possible. And of course, the beauty of the one-way, it tells the drivers where they should be. I tell you, it's a good thing, though, that is a one-way system most nights. The drivers can't talk back, but they can definitely hear Yeah, that's true. Although that would make for some interesting radio, I'll tell you.
For sure. On some nights.
I'd have to have somebody on a bleep button just in case, though. I'm almost positive of that. I think that'd be a fun job. All right, lineup's good. We're going to double them up. We're coming for white this time. Cornwall Motor Speedway pace truck will head off the track to the safety of the pits. And we're going to be looking for a nice clean start. Coming out of turn 4, the wired audio zone sign. Ferguson, your leader, deciding to go from the top groove. He's been running that outside groove. Found something early on, and we'll see if he can continue to ride that one around the outside. As the pace truck heads off the track, they go through turns 1 and 2. Paget in second, goes from the bottom. Ferguson from the top groove. Stabler and Lattiser still tucked in behind in third and fourth. And here we go, coming out of turn number 4 at the wired audio zone. Ferguson gets on the lost pedal first, and we are back to green. Lap number 26 in the books. Ferguson around the outside, back into the lead. Moise Paget trying to keep it close. Brianna Lattiser through the middle of the track. She gets around Stabler. She's alone in third. Here comes Robert Delormier in the 1X as well. He's into the top 5. Lattiser into the back of Paget. Gives him a little bump to get him going. As Lattiser around the outside trying to find her way into second spot. Ferguson starting to pull away from the rest of the field as he did earlier. Now Ferguson again through that middle groove coming out of turn number 2. Finds himself pulling away from the rest of the field. Moise Paget trying to keep it close. Paget in the 66. Lattiser all alone in third now with the 15B. Good battle going on for fourth now as Robert Delorme in the 1X works around the outside of Stabler. Ferguson up to the top, comes around for a lap number 30, 70 to go.
Ferguson, Neil, your race leader, you had a good jump on that. Start the lap at 21. Moise Paget in the second. We'll have to watch the 1X of Robert. Top 5. 0 3 cars for the 8 on 5 well. He started 12 in the sweeper, looking to gain some ground on Ryan Stabler. He's the driver for not only that lead for the race for the Cuber, but also for the next level home improvement championship. We have a battle for the lead with Moise Paget. Running side by side with Jonathan Ferguson. Lap number 33. Pour la fondation, retourne à gauche, change. Ferguson et Paget qui semble avoir une excellente voiture à l'intérieur. Tracé. Va tenter d'aller chercher la première position, mais il y en a le sport sur le troisième, le deuxième Robert. Moyen pour compter de la saison ici. Il veut toujours à 5e, une voiture qui est oui, Moise Paget now running in front. McMillan had locked the lane for Jonathan Ferguson and right now between Geneva Field and Fog. Cars playing a factor here in the race. Moise Paget sur Ferguson et Lattiser toujours à 3e. On a accroché ici entre Brianna Lattiser et Geneva Field sans dommage. Lattiser qui a pris sa place. Robert Delorme en 4e. Right here. Moise Paget has sizable lead right now on the Jonathan Ferguson. We are third. Paget looking to get his biggest win of his career in the pro in the Sportsman U8 on number 24.
Martin Moise Paget putting on a show so far this evening as he works through the lap traffic, finds himself down at the bottom. Ferguson now trying to chase him down. Brianna Lattiser doing a great job hanging on to third. Robert Delormier now down to the bottom as well. It seems the top runners all getting down on that bottom groove and no one wants to come off it. It's going to be a train to the end of the race here. A couple of drivers still working up on that top groove. Shane Pecor is one of them, finds himself in 7th position. So he's picked up 5 positions and really needs to make his way up through the field. Of course, he's got everybody chasing after him. No one closer than Ryan Stabler coming into this evening with the points as Stabler finds himself alone in 2nd. Picked up maximum heat points, so Pecor wants to get it close in the feature as well, so that Stabler can't gain on him anymore, but it's all Moise Paget as we find ourselves at lap number 44. Moise Paget down the backstretch with the 66 in the lead. Made the jump from mini stock a number of years ago and has never looked back as he jumped into a sportsman. Good friends with Joey Lattiser. I'm sure he was told many things, how to set the car up, how to run it here in the sportsman division, and doing a good job. Lap 46 ticks by into the books. Moise Paget still leading. The 66 in the lead, the 44 in 2nd. Brianna Lattiser in 3rd with that 15B. Great run so far by Brianna Lattiser as well, making her way through the lap traffic. Now Stabler's got a couple of lap cars to try to get around. Delormier doing a good job of holding off Stabler for that 4th position. Now Moise Paget continues to pick his way through lap traffic as we've got a car off the track, the 82 of Denis Fogg. High between 3 and 4, loops it, and will bring out the caution. And if you're Moise Paget, Martin, that's not what you wanted to see. He had some lap traffic between himself and Ferguson, and he was putting more distance between them, but he still looks like he's got a pretty strong car.
Yeah, you're right. Moise Paget seems to be really quick tonight. He's been really strong so far this season up in Quebec. Even here, when he decided to be a regular here at the Speedway, that he would be in contention at a lot of these races, and he's showing his talent tonight. We'll see if Ferguson and Ladissar are able to get closer to Paget, as these drivers will have a clean track for probably 5 or 6 laps, as they'll regain the lap traffic with a lot of cars still remaining on the speedway.
I'll tell you, Brianna Lattiser's got a strong car as well this evening. She's done very well, keeping herself into the top 5. Had great battles with Stabler, Delormier, and of course Paget earlier on, and Paget found himself up to the lead. So Merkley will get the lucky dog or easy pass and will rejoin the back of the field. Of course, we're checking over the lineup now as we come to lap 50. So 50 in, 50 to go. We are at the halfway point.
Yeah, so top 10 right now, the 66 of Moise Paget, Jonathan Ferguson in 2nd, Brianna Ladissar 3rd, Robert Delormier in 4th, Ryan Stabler 5th, Adam Rosen 6th, Shane Pecor in 7th, Ricky Thompson 8th, Emilio C in 9th, and Cedric Mongo closes out the top 10. We go down, and Ferrara 7th, runs 11th, Bob Ray 12th, Thomas Cook 13th, Christian Schmoke is 14th, and the top 15 will find 28th of Curtis Caillet, John Mills, and Saint Rosier, Larry Ferguson, Jason Clark, Dale Gifford are all on the same lap, and then we start you see lap cars with Chris Ferguson, Billy Cook, Denis Sheffield, Jason Rose, and Denis Fogg.
Well, Martin, we started 30. We still have 25 cars out there after 50 laps.
Which is pretty good.
Well, we can give you an update at the Utica Rome Speedway. Corey Wheeler in the 47S Fat Les Chip Stand ride finds himself in the number 4 position with 4 laps to go, Martin, I tell you. And, well, update, now he's up to 3rd. We'll keep you updated on that as well.
Yeah, he's in the hunt for track championship here at Cornwall, and you see that this guy has a lot of talent. He's been a track champion in other divisions here, looking for a first track title, and I know he wants to follow the whole tour, and I'm pretty sure getting a 3rd place finish tonight at Utica Rome would be quite something for him.
Well, Matt Williamson, Eric Rudolph, 1, 2, Corey Wheeler, number 3. Finds himself in some pretty good position. Local guys doing well on the road. But we still have a big race to go here, Martin.
Exactly. So 54 laps in, 46 to go, 54 tours de compléter, 46 à faire. We're ready to go back to green. And the side-by-side battle returns between Ferguson and Moïse Pazé. Both drivers found speed. They run both lines and they still their work to them. Adam is now starting to make some goals as well. On that side. Ferguson is still challenging Pazé for the lead. Robert Delucky in the 3rd. Pazé, clean run for both drivers right now. Running at the lead. Drivers will start getting closer to lap traffic. We'll see if we have a new leader at lap number 6.
Up in the last 5 laps, these two have gone side by side. We're talking about Moïse Pazé on the bottom with the 66, Ferguson on the top side with the 44. Robert Delormier picked up a spot and got around Brianna Lattiser on that restart. Here comes Adam Rozo on the outside. Time trial, one of the quickest. Second fastest to Thomas Cook was his time earlier on, and he's still got a fast car. That's the 3 of Rozo. He's worked himself up into the number 4 position. Adam Rozo started in 10th. Picked up 6 spots. Shane Pecor finds himself in 6th. He started 11th, so he's picked up 6 spots. And we've got a car slowing down on the backstretch. That'll bring out the caution yet again. That's the M70 of Billy Cook trying to limp that sportsman off to the pits. But Martin, a couple of the cars we talked about, Adam Rozo, starting 10th with the number 3 car, the Next Level Home Improvement car, now finds himself in 4th. Shane Pecor in the Next Level Home Improvement car, in the 0, finds himself in 6th. He started 12th. So both of these cars picking up 6 positions. So far, they're the ones that have made the biggest jump through the field.
Yeah, well, there's no surprise in these 2 drivers, especially Shane and Pecor, who is a 6-time feature winner and multiple track champion here at the Speedway. So, and Adam Rozo has been improving a lot in the last 2 seasons. Finished 5th in the points last year, and he's back within this rank again this season. Looking at the points, he's a little bit further back, but still he'll be looking forward to the season. So. Robert Delucky has been started to run here since June 30th, and he's been one of the top cars in the last few weeks. Won on June 30th, his first visit, and he's been really strong as well at Mohawk, so he'll be one to watch for sure, as we have 35 laps to go as we're starting back the feature.
And another nice clean start of the wired audio zone coming out of turn number 4. Ferguson back in the lead. Page through the middle of the field. Here comes Rozo around the outside. Adam Rozo on the outside. Picor right behind him. They found something up on the top groove and they are working it. Rozo around the outside finds himself looking at second. He's fighting with Page now. As Picor put himself into 5th, picked up a spot already. Ferguson trying to pull away from the field. Page and Rozo in chase. They're in 2nd and 3rd respectively. As Adam Rozo continues that hard drive around the outside. Started 10th, now sits 3rd. Picor started 12th, now sits 5th. Robert Delormier trying to hold off Picor as Picor is going to dive down to the inside now for the battle for 4th. It's not going to be enough. Rozo continues to work around the outside. That's where the big battles are now. Ferguson all alone in front as lap number 70 goes into the books.
Yes, Adam Rozo still have something for the leaders. Seems to be really strong in the last few laps. Getting closer to Wayne Pezin and Jonathan Ferguson. Using the same line as Ferguson for the lead. Robert Delormier back with the leaders. And the 0 of Shane Picor back to 5th. We'll have to watch as well the 15B and the 22C of now with the leaders. Battle for the lead again between Page and Ferguson. Page looking back, using the inside lane, seems to get quicker and quicker as the laps are now. Lap number 73 in the book. Sur de compléter, la voiture de Page semble de plus en plus rapide à mesure qu'on avance dans cette finale. Au final, prendre du momentum plutôt. La ligne intérieure, on roule côte à côte entre Ferguson et Page pour la première place. Rozo toujours en 3e avec Robert Delormier, Shane Picor le top 5. L'adduceur, Gauvreau, la lancette, Stabler, il coupe votre top 10. 25 tours à faire, 25 laps to go. Sunday night third to go as that battle going on between Ferguson and Page. Ferguson goes a little bit too high, but still keeps his momentum. Remains in first with Page. Be really quick in turn 1 and 2, but Ferguson looks to be stronger in turn 3 and 4. This is where it counts. Again, a lap car comes into play as Page regains the lead on lap 77. Ferguson has to go to the 2nd position. Adam Rozo still 3rd. See if Shane Picor can get closer to the leaders. And starting to make some noise in the last few laps. Just past the looking to passing at the 50 of Brian Ladisseur. Lucien Lancette qui a trouvé quelque chose complètement à l'extérieur du tracé, semble très rapide dans les derniers tours. Il vient de dépasser Cédric Gauvreau et Brian Ladisseur. Voir à la face de Shane Picor. Lap number 80, we will have 20 laps to go.
Lap 80 in the books as Ferguson goes by, 20 to go. Page into the lead again, some lap traffic. Moise Page in the lead earlier used the lap traffic beautifully, put some space between himself and Ferguson, and they're doing it again. Adam Rozo now finds himself in 3rd, got around Delormier. Adam Rozo, great run, started 10th, now runs 3rd, picked up 7 spots. Now some slower traffic might come into play as Rozo works it to the outside. The battle right now is for 3rd. Adam Delormier, or Robert Delormier rather, having some problems trying to get off that groove. Can't get down to the bottom, some slower traffic is there as Adam Rozo works it back down to the bottom with the number 3 car. He's trying to close the gap between himself and Ferguson for 2nd. Ferguson goes right back up to the top group. Page forced off the bottom. Has to go through the middle by some lap traffic. 84 laps in the book. Moise Page continues to lead. Ferguson right there in second with the 44. Good battle going on for third. Adam Rozo with the 3 on the top side. The 1X of Delormier down to the bottom. That's the battle for third. Here comes Pico. He's in fifth. He's trying to close the gap on the battle for third and fourth. And maybe catch a couple of guys napping with 15 laps to go. Maybe 14 this time around. As Moise Page down on the bottom. Holding on to that lead with the 66 Ferguson. Just trying to keep it close. Now Moise Page again still working through some lap traffic. He's coming up onto the back of the 29A of Desrosiers with 13 laps to go. Moise Page trying to hold it all together for the biggest win of his sportsman career. Second leg of the race for the Cure Series. 12 laps to go. 66 of Page in the lead. Page continues to lead. Ferguson hanging on to second. 11 laps to go down the backstretch. Page got himself some lap traffic in between. As he brings it by the flag stand, it'll be 10 laps to go.
In control with a lot of lap traffic in front of him. Jonathan at Ferguson in second, Adam on third, and as in the fifth. He had a good run. Right now, Moise Page. We'll see if Jonathan Ferguson can catch him. We'll see in the next few laps. Adam Ozon got closer to Ferguson with one of Robert Delamy still battling for that third and fourth position. Moise Page à la recherche de sa plus grosse victoire de sa carrière en sportsman. Jonathan Ferguson in second, looking to gain some points tonight. He was third, coming in the series with 93 points. Five laps to go, 5 tours à faire pour Moise Page. Il va monter un peu à l'extérieur pour tenter de dépasser Christian. Là, tout sont ensemble. On voit Adam Ozon qui tente d'aller chercher la deuxième de Jonathan Ferguson. 4 laps to go. Will be a barn burner. We'll have to watch what Petrie does. Got 2 slower cars in front of him. Vinnie Paul against Barrett Ferguson. As the leaders will inch closer. Good move from Petrie. He's able to steer these 2 cars. Ferguson still closer and closer, challenging end of race for these drivers. Adam Ozon still running third, but Robert Delamy is long and 2 laps to go. The white flag will be displayed in the white flag is out. Jonathan Ferguson second, Adam Ozon, and Robert Delamy still battling for that third position. Looking to get here, but we'll see if Jonathan Ferguson is able to make a final push. He has some momentum, but Moise Page gets it. In front of Jonathan Ferguson, Adam Ozon third, Robert Delamy and Spain. If P4 don't reach the top 5, I'll go down to have the comments of the top 3 runners.
What a race, the biggest win of Moise Paget's career, able to hold off Jonathan Ferguson. Ferguson's won this a number of times. He's won the whole Race for the Cure series. What a run by Moise Paget in the 66, and Adam Rozon. What a big run for him. Started in the number 10 position, worked it up to third. A big finish for Adam Rozon. Robert Delormier will finish fourth, Picor fifth, Lelon set sixth, seventh will be Cedric Govro, eighth Thomas Cook, ninth Kaye, and rounding out your top 10, the 77 of Ryan Stabler. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, all those positions are unofficial until they pass inspection, but Moise Paget bringing it down to the victory lane, and we're going to send it trackside. Martin Boulanger is going to be making his way down there. I'm sure he's going to be talking to a very, very happy Moise Paget and Ferguson, and another very happy Adam Rozon with a top 3 finish.
A very happy Moise Paget, already out of his car, so biggest win of his career. We'll bring the check of $2,000 to him. Sorry. Getting congratulations from his team. Moïse, prends une gorgée d'eau, je pense que tu le mérites avec cette belle victoire. Moïse, on a été très patient dans cette course-là. Là, ça fait, tu as réussi à aller chercher toute une victoire. Premièrement, félicitations. Puis on s'est battu longtemps avec Jonathan Ferguson. Ça a joué très propre, les deux pilotes. Là, je pense qu'on te voit là, très, très émotionnel également.
Ouais, ça a été bien serré toute la course. J'ai eu confiance au bas. On a ménagé les pneus. Puis le char allait partout, même à ça. On était capable d'aller n'importe où. C'était ces relances, c'était dur, mais avec la patience, puis on finit par en venir à bout.
On peut dire finalement, là, on sait que cette saison, tu t'es engagé à être ici à tous les dimanches soirs, être capable de gagner une aussi grosse course, là, ça doit faire du bien également. Là.
Ah, ça fait longtemps qu'on l'attend, on travaille tellement fort, ça passe souvent proche, il manque tout le temps quelque chose au début de l'année, au premier 100 tours, on a brisé, on était encore dans les premiers, puis là, enfin, on a eu notre break.
Est-ce qu'on a des gens à remercier? Là, on voit beaucoup de gens autour de la voiture, là, sûrement des bons commanditaires, puis également des bons équipiers également.
Toute mon équipe, on a des grosses fins de semaine, on a un horaire chargé, tout le monde fait sa part, tout le monde donne qu'est-ce qu'ils peuvent. Tous les commanditaires sur l'auto, aujourd'hui, l'entreprise ICM qui nous aide beaucoup, puis toutes les autres, c'est vraiment apprécié.
Félicitations pour ta victoire, Moïse, une victoire pleinement méritée. We'll draw the 50-50 and also pige deux numéros, s'il vous plaît, Moïse. We'll draw also for a bottle of vodka. So for the 50-50, 15418, it's a orange ticket. And for the bottle of vodka, it's for Waxwing tonight, sorry, it's a blue ticket. 7124, 7124. 897, the winner's share tonight. I'll go speak to Jonathan Ferguson. Jonathan, congratulations to that second position. I know you had the car probably to finish first tonight. Twice he passed you with a lap car between you, so I'm pretty sure you're kind of a little bit frustrated to finish second?
Oh no, I'm happy with second. That was a good race. I think we put on a pretty good show for the fans anyways. Yeah, I know the lap cars kind of got in your way, but that's just racing. Everybody's got to deal with the same thing. So no, I'm pretty happy with second. Good weekend.
You must have a lot of respect for a guy like Moise Paget tonight. As you mentioned, you guys raced really clean. He was on the inside, you were on the top side. It was you probably had a lot of fun in this race.
Oh yeah, it was fun. One race for the Cure last year was the same thing. Me and mate, wow. Started on the front row, and yeah, it was a good race. So yeah, he's an awesome driver. I like to race against him. So.
Anyone you would like to thank? I know you have a big crew with you, always supporting you, and you've been supporting us all season long as well. So.
I got to thank Corey, my dad, my mom, Uncle Randy, Mitchell, my sister, and just everybody that helps out on the car. Splash Weld Drilling, King Edward Auto Parts, Drummond's Gas, Polite Sand and Ground, World Molders, Machine and Welding, Dig Race Products, and Riverside Body Shop.
All right, so congratulations on your second, Jonathan, and hopefully you'll be in the winner's circle next week. So a good round of applause for Jonathan Ferguson, finishing in a second position. We'll go speak to Adam Roson. Adam, belle troisième place ce soir ici à Cornwall. Là, on l'a travaillé fort celle-là là, avec des bons compétiteurs. Robert Delormier dans les derniers tours. Là, ça a joué du coude un peu.
Super le fun. Quand ça course comme ça, là, tu peux pas demander mieux que ça.
Parce qu'on a beaucoup de gens à remercier avec, je sais qu'on a une bonne équipe qui t'aide à toutes les semaines. Puis dernièrement, ça va très bien du côté de Cornwall également.
Oui, ça va de mieux en mieux. J'ai à remercier tous les noms que vous voyez sur la voiture. Je ne passerai pas, je ne veux pas en oublier, là, mais puis toute la gang qui vient de m'aider à toutes les semaines à travailler là-dessus comme des fous, comme qu'on fait.
À quand une victoire pour toi cette saison?
J'ai hâte. J'espère que ça s'en vient bientôt.
Félicitations pour ta troisième. Your third place finisher here tonight, the tree of Adam Roson. So just to translate that a little bit, the 66 of Moïse Pagé, it's his biggest win of his career. He was pretty emotional in the winner's circle. He says that he's been waiting very long to get a feature win here at Cornwall, and finally he gets it. He had the car to race everywhere on the speedway, so for him, he's really happy to be able to get the feature win. And Adam Roson, he was pretty pleased with his third place finish here. Hopefully, he'll be in the winner's circle in the next few weeks. So again, as for your top three runners here tonight, the 66 of Moïse Pagé, 44, and the 3 of Adam Roson. Yui, back to you as we're getting ready for the final feature of the evening, the Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stocks.
Thanks a lot, Mountain. Great job down backside as always. And of course, congratulations to Moïse Pagé winning his biggest race of his career. And Pierre-Luc Viau down there making the trophy presentation on behalf of our sponsor this evening, Green Tech John Deere. And yes, we've got the Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock feature coming up. 25 laps will be the distance for that. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say hello to a couple of longtime friends of mine. We got Corey McNish, Kevin McDonald, and Kevin Hartwell in the crowd this evening. And it's nice to see you guys still vertical this late in the evening. Congratulations, boys. So the Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock on the laneway set to come out. And of course, after all the celebration is done in the victory circle, we will send out the Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock onto the track for 25 laps of action. And again, ladies and gentlemen, next Sunday evening here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway, it'll be the 50-lap Weekend Warrior Pro Stock Series, 50 laps for the Pro Stocks, plus a complete racing program. So that's next Sunday evening here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. And don't forget a special race coming up Saturday, August the 3rd. The Flat Track Canada National Championship Series Motocross and Quads gets underway here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. That's Saturday, August the 3rd. Of course, that will tie in with the 50th anniversary of the Cornwall Motor Speedway this summer. Something new that we wanted to try here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you love the sportsman show that they put on this evening, don't forget Sunday, August the 4th is the third and final leg of the Race for the Cure Sportsman Series. That's another 100-lap event. Sunday, August the 4th. Mark that one on your calendar. We'll crown a champion in the Race for the Cure Series. And of course, we'll collect the final money, and all that money is going towards the Race for the Cure. And again, if you enjoyed the sportsman race this evening, mark on your calendar August 22nd here at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. It's the Dirt Car Sportsman Series rolls into town. So it'll be a dirt car sanctioned event. That's August the 22nd for sportsman action. Also, next week, the Loud and Dirty 358 Modified Division will be back at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. They got the night off this evening as we brought in the Patriot Sprint Tour. So we're rolling out the Alexandria Home Hardware Pro Stock feature. 25 laps is the distance. The 28 of Bert Ward will go way off the pole, outside pole, the 6 of Stefan LeBrun, the 47 of Dave the Bulldog Bissonnette inside that second row. Dave Sege with the 11A on the outside of that second row. Richard Courchain in the 54, inside row 3. Mark Lalone on the outside with the 8. Kevin Federley Jr. with the 57K. The 9 of Eric Jean-Louis. The 4 of Rock Obe. And Steve Brady in the 11B. 25 laps is the distance. Cornwall Motor Speedway pace truck pulling off into the pit area. Looking for a nice clean start coming out of turn number 4. And the green flag flies. LeBron around the outside of Burton. He's going to take the early lead as they file down into turn 1 and 2. Here comes the Bulldog up through the middle, slides it up the track, and the yellow will come out as we've got a car looped around on the backstretch coming out of turn number 2. So they'll double them up. We're going to be coming green coming out of turn 4. And LeBron gets on the long pedal first. Brings him down the front stretch. Ward goes back up to the top row. Here comes the Bulldog around the outside. We've seen this battle a number of times over the years. Stefan LeBrun and Dave the Bulldog Bissonnette battling again for the lead. Here comes Dave Sege around the outside. He's battling for third with Burton Ward down at the bottom with the 28. Good battle early on here for third. Sege powers by as they go through 3 and 4. Ward comes right back down to the bottom, pushes up the track a little bit, and Sege goes around the outside, takes over third. Now the battle for the lead. The Bulldogs right up on the very top of the track. LeBrun down to the bottom. Both drivers have picked their line. We'll see which one is able to work it into the lead. LeBrun pushes up the track a little bit on the front stretch. Now Sege back up to the top groove. He's just trying to stay close with the leaders. Now Mark Lalone down to the inside. He's going to pick up a spot from Ward. The Bulldogs still working on that outside groove. Just not working out for him. As Stefan LeBrun still in the lead down at the bottom. 5 laps in the books, 20 to go. Now Stefan LeBrun continues to lead, stretches out a bit of a lead over the Bulldog. Bissonnette on that top group, running right at the very top of the track. Dave Sege following right behind in the tire marks. He's holding on a third. Burton Ward slips back his spot. He now sits 5th behind Mark Lalone, who's slowly moving his way up. Now Mark Lalone up into the number 4 position. He's going to try to close the gap between himself and Sege. Dave Sege, last week's feature winner, finds himself alone in third for now as Mark Lalone closes that gap. Stefan LeBrun continues to lead. And we've got a car all the way around on the backstretch. Yellow will come out. Now we'll see if LeBrun is able to hold off the Bulldog on the restart. 9 laps are in the books. 16 to go. So the 6 of LeBrun, your leader, decides to go from the bottom. That's the groove he's worked the whole race. And as they roll through turn number 4 at the wired audio zone sign, we are back under green. The Bulldog stays on that top groove, right back up to the top of the track. Here comes Mark Malone up the middle. Found something through the middle of the track. He's going to try to run that middle groove. Battling now with Dave Sege for third, and Mark Malone able to pull by at the flag stand. Pulls on to third. Battle continues for the lead. Dave the Bulldog beasting it on the top groove. Stefan LeBrun down on the bottom. LeBrun hanging onto that bottom side groove, not moving off of that line, is able to keep the car in front. Dave beasting it, the 47 on the outside, just not able to find enough on the top side to keep the momentum going. As LeBrun slips up the track just a little bit, that doesn't open up the gap. As the Bulldog comes right back through 3 and 4. Stefan LeBrun now stretching out the gap on the backstretch. Here comes Mark Lalone again through the middle, closes the gap with the Bulldog, gets right up onto the back bumper. Now, Stefan LeBrun continues to lead. He's pulling away from the other cars. As Dave the Bulldog beasting at having the battle with Mark Lalone for second. Lalone down on the bottom, found something, closes that gap. Now a good battle going on for second. Mark Lalone slides it up the track. The Bulldog stays in second. 9 laps to go in this one. Stefan LeBrun has no idea what kind of battle is going on behind him as he continues to hold on to that bottom groove. Will not come off the bottom of that track. Now they're side by side down the backstretch. That's Lalone through the middle, the Bulldog on the top side with the 47. Dave Sege keeping it nice and tight in there for fourth. Now Stefan LeBrun, about a car length lead as they bring it through 3 and 4. They are 3 wide behind them, trying to fight over second spot. So far, the Bulldogs able to hang on to that one with the 47. Lalone up through the middle, hanging on to that spot. And Dave Sege down at the bottom. They are 3 wide again. Down the back chute, coming through 3 and 4. Great action going on behind LeBrun. It's the Bulldog hanging on to second. He's going to charge around the outside. He's trying one more time with 5 laps to go. Now the Bulldog, side by side as they go by the flag stand. The Bulldog at the flag stand has the lead. He's going to find something way up top. The Bulldog around the outside finally makes it work. LeBrun comes back down the bottom. Lalone still staying through that middle. The Bulldog drove it hard into turn 1 and 2, didn't back off, and put it through into the lead. Mark Lalone now around the top. He finds himself in a second. Great drive by Mark Lalone, following right behind the Bulldog. The very top of the track. 2 laps to go. Dave, the Bulldog Masonette, around the outside. Hanging on to that top groove and the lead. Mark Lalone now just trying to reel him in. The Bulldog found something up there. Mark Lalone has 1 lap to go to try to find something for himself. Stefan Lebrun hanging on to third, just staying ahead of David Seguin right now. Down the back chute, 1 more time they go. Out of 3 and 4. Down past the flag stand, it's going to be the Bulldog who's going to take the feature win. Mark Lalone second, Lebrun third, Seguin fifth, and Eric Jean-Louis will round out in 6th. Correction, in 5th with the number 9. Persistence paid off for the Bulldog. Ran that outside groove for about 15 laps, just would not give up on it. Finally found something, drove it into the corner a little bit harder. The last 2 times, car hooked up, came out, and was able to finish off the pass. And I'll tell you, Martin Belanger, you're going to be talking to a happy Bulldog down there. Persistence paid off. He just wouldn't give up and knew what his car could do on the outside. I don't know how many times we've seen that over the years between Lebrun and Bissonnette. Always a great race between those 2 guys. Now we're going to set it trackside to Martin Belanger as the Bulldog pulls out of the pits and into the victory lane.
Thanks, Huey. Yes, Dave Bissonnette winning a 2nd feature this season here at Cornwall. As you were mentioning, persistence paid off. Good track conditions as it offered 2 lanes of racing. Marc Lalonde came in 2nd with Stéphane Lebrun 3rd in this feature. He's all smiles and getting out of the car, the 47 of the Bulldog, Dave Bissonnette. Dave, congratulations, a 2nd win here this season. As Huey was mentioning, persistence paid off tonight. The bottom seems pretty good for Stéphane Lebrun, but you decided to use the top lane and it paid off at the end. You passed him with 4 laps to go.
Oh yeah, I could see that he was starting to struggle a little bit. My mouth is so dry there, I haven't had...
Yeah, take a sip, take a sip. It's a warm night for... No, it's all good. It's a warm night for everyone. And you guys are giving the show, so...
No, I could see Stéphane was struggling a little bit on the bottom, so I said, I'm just going to stay here and work it out, you know, and I think it was Dave or the 8, Lalone taking a run at me, and I said, you know what, I'm still pulling him off the corner, so just stay here and hopefully, you know, I find something. The boys been after me to go a little higher down in that end, so I went a little higher and it paid off.
But the car, everyone that used the track tonight, it seems, all the drivers that used the top lane tonight, it seems to work better in turn 3 and 4. You could see Lebrun picking up back the lead, but coming off turn 3 and 4, you had the momentum every time.
Oh yes, it's with these cars and the weight of them and everything is about momentum here, especially at Cornwall, and it's just to keep up the momentum, keep going, and try to keep the tires under, you know, make them last. I enjoy tracks like this. I'm kind of glad the track's turned out to be this way, so it's easier on the equipment. I think it makes for better racing, and I hope everyone enjoyed.
You want to? I know you have a big crew with you guys. I'm pretty sure you have a lot of people to thank.
You know, my sister helps me out, Lisa Provo, privately. You know, and Marcel Plouffe from Castleman helps me out privately. This year we didn't take on the sponsors because me and Curtis decided we're going to run here at Cornwall, see what happens. And, over the years, we were dedicated to racing so much. We're still dedicated, but we're not at the par of, like the traveling teams and that. But we're here having a good time. I posted on Facebook on my page that I wanted to thank everyone that, that's helped me along the way. My pit crew guys, we've been at this 25 years, and they're still there. Look at them. Helping me out. So, yes, what more can I say? I do this for them.
All right, so congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you again in the winner's circle this season. Again, a big round of applause for the 47 of David Bissonnette. Always fun to speak to him. Huey, back up to you for the final words.
Tank, great job as always down pits or trackside. Martin doing double, triple, quadruple duty this evening without Timmy around, announcing the races, doing all the interviews, the stuff at the flag stand, and of course writing the press releases. So very busy man, that Martin Belanger, doing an amazing job as always, as well as the rest of the officials out in the heat this evening. Great job getting this race into the books early on. And a big thank you to our sponsor this evening, Green Tech John Deere and Matthew Bro, making the final.
Grand national de tir de tracteur présente les 22, 23 et 24 juillet la plus importante compétition de tir au pays. 7 classes par soir, incluant les Unlimited Mods, Heavy Super Stock, Mods, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, Mini Mods, Pro Farm, Semi. Plus de 75 compétiteurs garantis. Billets en vente au expo-agricole.com. Le sport motorisé le plus puissant sur Terre. L'unique présence au Québec cet été du CP Dream de Charles Pelletier. Le Grand National de tir de tracteur. Un rendez-vous à ne pas manquer.
Devenez supporter 360 pour seulement 10 $ annuellement pour supporters personnels. Les supporters réguliers recevront un autocollant 360 Nitro.tv personnalisé à leur nom. Et pour les supporters affaires, pour seulement 50 $ annuellement, l'affichage inclura un lien vers votre site Internet. Tous les détails sur le 360nitro.tv.
Allez, fais comme moi, deviens un supporter 360. Allez vite, fais comme moi, deviens un supporter 360. Si elle est capable, vous autres aussi.
Actuellement, Lou est contrarié. Il cherche désespérément à récupérer ce qui lui tient le plus à cœur. La tablette 360.
Moi, tablette! Non! Moi, tablette! Non! Moi, tablette!
Présentement, Loïc bouille énormément en dedans de lui. Son frère lui a pris la tablette 360.
Moi qui est prêt.
Hey!
Penses-tu vraiment que papa, il va écouter 360 Nitro.tv?
Pas sûr.
360 Nitro.tv. Tu ne veux pas manquer ça.